And red light is on. We are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to RPPR Patreon. We are playing the May 23rd, 2021 game, Wrath and Glory. This one is titled Soaring with Angels. This is the final part to an ongoing micro-series I've been running for the Patreons. And yet again, we have our returning players, Joseph.
Hello.
And Mr. Hellspawn.
Hello.
All right. So we are actually going to pick this thing up in medias res. And also we will use the BSA die spot. Just a reminder. Yep. Hard to see Roni's over there. Cool. So yeah, we'll pick this up with where you all left off with safely transiting out of the warp over Bieltan and in your half a battle barge.
Yes, hi, Leotha.
Yes, perfectly timed, or as another hole in the Immaterium rips open just off of the port bow, actually in visual range of you all from the bridge, as another Adeptus Astartes vessel materializes out of the warp. You guys being pirates, I'm sure you guys have a decent idea of Imperial starships, so you recognize it as a strike cruiser. So not the biggest of bads, but it's still a problem with your half a ship you're driving right now.
Come on! I can't say it was your big mouth that put us into this predicament this time, because I was the one that said it first.
Lodras just stares. He just got done being possessed. It's been a long week.
Yes, it's only been a week too at that, hasn't it? The Vox relays open up and a message comes through. Do either of you speak High Gothic?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
I
heaven.
believe so. Or it was actually maybe.
Do you have linguistics?
I think it was the pilot last time. That
You know
had
what?
The Gothic.
It was the
wasn't
pilot
me.
last
It was
time.
the pilot.
last
That's
time. All right, so both of you go ahead and give me a quick psychic mastery check. DN's a 3, easy DN.
I have that wonderful D12 now.
Oh gosh.
Yes, I know things.
All right, you know things.
I don't
Lodras, go
want
ahead and
to
give me a
know
check too.
things.
Yeah,
Will
give me
do.
psychic mastery.
Kids, don't skimp on the mouse pad. Just listen to what I'm saying.
I have a whole desk mouse pad. It's totally awesome.
And I'm sorry, what was the roll again?
Psychic mastery.
Psychic mastery. Thank you.
Yep.
Do you want to go transcendent to increase your odds?
Never.
It's not necessary. All right, yeah, both of you guys make that difficulty 3. You understand perfectly as the Vox opens up. To the pirates aboard the Dark Angels battle barge, this is Battle Brother Castiel of the Strike Cruiser. I lost my page. Come back, page. Absolution's him. I demand your immediate surrender of my chapter's property. And if you are swift in your response, I may consider not spacing you as we leave this enemy territory. Yeah, you understand High Gothic perfectly.
Oh, no choice adventure.
Yes.
I'm just going to address all of this way after this is done, as I drift into space and go catatonic for a while.
I mean, if you don't want to speak, I can parlay with them.
I have an
The
idea.
last time that it when we parlayed, it went swimmingly. Not for the orcs, but
I'm worried. We're in closed spaces. I can't have another stink cloud. You don't. I am an inch away from losing it. Not today.
And our coteries captain is completely confused.
Yes.
I look at everyone. Are we wanting to go peaceful, or are we want to just kind of check? They go fuck themselves.
Well, I mean, we can just give this to them. I mean, What chapter are they?
Hmm.
I mean, it
Hold
depends
on
on
one
how
sec.
reasonable they are.
Imperium chapter. I have to go talk to our 10,000-year-old Eldar. You understand, he's also on a chair right now and is quite dead, but he still talks to only us.
Oh, no!
So it might take a little while to get back. I'll be with you in a sec.
Swing the singing spirit fast enough. Will I feel it?
Don't worry. I think I bought us some time.
What my friend would like to say is we must confer to our superiors. We will get this to you as expediently as possible.
Right. Go ahead. Roll persuasion. Your number's a 7, though.
Who's rolling persuasion?
You're the talker.
Yes. This is.
Let's see how much you pissed them off with that comment about the 10,000 dead or 10,000-year-old dead guy.
They went swimmingly about it. All right. 8d6. Oh.
I think they've taken umbrage with you, Lodras.
The dice bot says no. The dice bot says emphatically no.
They do not appreciate cheekiness, is what I'm getting.
No, they don't. You see flares from the again, this is how close you are that you can actually see flares. You can see light flickering from the strike cruiser. And not even a minute later, several shapes zip past the view screen and slam into your hull.
Oh, wonderfully. They're sending in boarding torpedoes.
Yes, in fact they are. And faster than you'd believe possible, you hear the thundering sound of bootsteps echoing up the passageways towards the bridge. So,
Boss, I just want to say, we could salvage this maybe if we offer Lodras as a sacrifice. Because he said some things.
Listen, this is, believe me, it's going to work out.
Oh.
Hear me out.
Emperor, kill me!
So how experienced is Aurora and Lodras with the Astartes? Like, have you guys encountered them much in your pirating careers, or have you attempted to avoid?
I'm gonna say we have. I think we've harassed them a couple of times.
All right, fair enough. So then you would know that the forms moving through the bridgeway onto the command deck are easily half a times again bigger than any Astartes you're used to seeing. The armor is hulking, easily a foot taller than the normal armor, and probably several feet wider.
And violently shake him.
Bone white, with dark green robes. Like somehow the damn Space Marines have managed to stretch robes onto their power armored suits somehow. I mean, more like kind of just cut them off and staple them onto the fronts, if you were going to get real cheeky about describing them. But yeah, no. More than a dozen of them come stalking onto the bridge.
Slanesh is behind you when I die.
Lodras, see, this is why sometimes it doesn't pay to be cheeky with the people that do not understand cheek.
Yes, very much so. Though, fortunately for you, the one at the head, the one with a massive banner sticking up and out of his armor, like you now understand why all these human ships are built the way they are, so these fools can walk around in them, like adorned as they are.
Dear God, they must have back problems.
Simply just shakes his cowled head. So this is common for the Eldorai race, I see, and not just my personal experiences with your people. He's not shooting you. He's just so tired already of you.
I'm tired of ourselves, to be honest.
And in my experience with dealing the Imperium, it's refreshing not to be shot on sight. Thanks, man.
Your gratitude is unnecessary, as you forced me to waste boarding torpedoes for what I can see is a skeleton crew of pirates. I'm not sure what your tactical acumen was that you thought you would repel us.
Well, it was...
None.
I mean, it is what it is. Either you were or you won't. I just wanted to speed things along, and I'm glad you're here.
I see.
Listen, we've also had a long day. As you can tell, this isn't our ship. Doesn't even look like it. But we did have to take care of something in the warp. Something chaotic. Even Slanesh was there for a time. They might be actually, close by. We don't know.
You hear literally dozens of bolts slamming home on chambers.
I'm just saying, we were rescuing actually soul stones of our people, and you might understand of a fellow comrade rescuing a comrade from such chaotic forces. You understand why I must rile you up and bring you here post haste, just in case we have chaotic forces coming from the warp. Do you understand why we might need the Imperium?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a persuasion check.
Can I
might swing it around, but it gives us headaches every step of the way.
It's the song that never ends.
I'm betting that somewhere in the corridor, even though the coterie doesn't have that many rules, there's
that netted you all a glory dice, if nothing else, out of this.
Can I spend the glory dice to re-roll it?
Yeah, you can spend your glory dice if you want to, or you can spend a wrath to re-roll all that stuff. Remember, the glory dice will only be a single dice.
That's my apologies, wrath.
No, you're good. All right, yeah, go ahead. You've got 6 dice you can re-roll there.
Thank you.
There's probably so many documents.
Yeah. Pushing you up to 6. The Space Marine turns to one of his fellows and merely gestures at him. No words spoken. That one steps forward. This one's a little different than the others. His armor is adorned in blue rather than the green of the chapter. And Aurora, you instantly feel energy radiating out of him. It's more controlled than you're used to psychic energy being, as your people tend to just let themselves be and feel and exist in the warp. This is caged, narrowed, and pointed, almost like a weapon, but still very psychically active. This is clearly a psyker for them. As he steps forward and extends an axe, and the axe hums with energy, and then you both feel the probes reaching into your heads. And as you do, images just shoot straight to the front of your minds. You see black-clad Space Marines locked in mortal combat, a planet burning around you, the shrieking pull of chaos. Go ahead and give me conviction rolls, both of you.
Okay, where's my conviction? Yay! I remember I upgraded last time. It's a 4 now. Yeah,
very nice.
Show me the images that you want.
There it is.
On Kai.
46. No.
So, Aurora, you managed to maintain your presence in the moment. You just observe, like simply watching a movie, watching a story play out before you. Not even a very good one. Kind of looks like exactly how you expect every single one of these movies to play out that involves these guys.
Blood, death, violence, unsophistication.
Yes, very much so. Lodras, you on the other hand are yanked into it. You are now inside of one of these tin cans, swinging a massive power sword, striking at these foul traitors. who would dare besmirch the honor of the Lion, who would turn their backs on the Imperium. As you both come out of the vision, Lodras, you were just shouting,
For the Emperor!
Yeah, death to the fallen. We must go. We must hunt. We must pursue.
We must bathe in blood.
The Astartes are all gobsmacked. I mean, you can hardly see their faces behind the robes and stuff, but like none of them move for a good minute as they all just stare at you.
I think we have some mutual interests at mind, as Lodras is one not to contain his enthusiasm when he has interests in something.
Yeah. I have sympathy. I can empathize with you guys. Right there with you.
The librarian turns to the one you've been talking to, and the two step away for a moment and converse privately. And then the leader walks back and kind of cocks his head at you for a bit and then asks, "What exactly is your profession amongst the Alderai race?"
Well,
soon to be commander.
Not wrong. He was a captain. He was a captain. He got demoted recently. I myself am a farseer, one of those more gifted in natural psychic prowess.
But you are pirates, is that correct?
I seek not to be restricted by the life of a craft world, but yes, the apt description is piracy.
We have not a sizable fleet to be a threat to you. We are but
I should say not.
Against a giant wave, an ocean, if you will.
Is it too forward of me to assume you both desire to live beyond today?
Yes.
Very well, then. I might have a task for you that would earn the forgiveness in my eyes and that of my chapters, if you're willing to accept.
I only ask of one thing.
Mm.
Can I get one of those helmets?
Oh.
Wouldn't fit over your top now.
I just
out missing a beat. Boom. It's on standby.
Just to commemorate the deal, the peace between us, to show good faith for the Emperor.
Without a word, they turn and stalk off, clearly expecting you two to follow them.
Let us follow after. Boss, I guess you will be allowed to head to Beltan. We'll hopefully be back.
Hey,
she just stares at the lot of you. She's never seen anything like any of this before in her thousands of years in this plane. It doesn't make any sense, and she's perfectly content to just take your haul and go get paid.
I pointed at her, I'm like, these are the moves that make you commander, and I sucker.
So yeah, you two find yourselves aboard an Adeptus Astartes strike cruiser.
I did not expect today to go like this.
Yes. None of them seem comfortable at all with your presence, but the leader, who identified himself as Castiel, and the Psyker both find you perplexingly interesting, as they continue to kind of prod at you two in an attempt to understand the phenomena you two experienced aboard the other ship, which quite frankly you two don't understand, other than Aurora doing his usual nonsense, and it went badly for you guys, as it always
did not go badly. We were able to start the Gellerfield and the engines without an ignition system.
That's true. That's true. You did. You did indeed do that.
And
You also possessed Lodras with the demonic
I
entity.
didn't do that. That was Lodras.
That was my own-
He doesn't
Oh, that's right.
understand
That's
what
right.
I
Yeah,
have to
you
do.
rolled. That's right. You rolled.
We
that
summoned
one, didn't you?
Slanesh-like forces, and then we used our brains to get out.
We didn't summon. We just rang a dinner bell. They're already after us. They're just like, hey, over here, eat at Eldari's.
And with the Imperium Astartes, it's okay. I've been inside one of them. I know how they feel. I'm practically one of them now.
Oh, Jesus.
Phrasing?
And I pat one of them on the shoulder.
You really did spend time with the Harlequins, didn't you?
It's been a long life. Long life.
Castiel, he's very cagey about how he talks with you two. But you two know stuff no one knows. No one that's not in that armor he's wearing knows the shit you two know. But he doesn't want to give you guys context for it. But your continued profession to, your desire to partake in the hunt has led him to decide against all cautioning and reasoning of his command squad that you two are going to be very important. So eventually he calls you two onto the bridge of the cruiser as you all transition out of the warp. Up ahead of you, you see, well, there's a lot of names for this place. What do you guys call like the pinnacle hive of scum and villainy? Like, what is your Alderai name for this place?
Camera. Camera.
What he said.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a star hub. Like you can't even call it a proper star port because it doesn't. It's the most orcish thing anyone could ever dream of. It's literally a 10th of every race has contributed to the construction aesthetics of this thing. And there's no reason it works. Like none whatsoever. But
So Ghosh, it goes back to being interesting.
yes. So yes, Castiel points out out of the view screen, which enhances to illuminate it. You just Cabra. And he goes, good. You are familiar with this particular location.
I've dabbled.
Sort of, kinda.
Yeah.
Your professions to participate in the hunt have been noted. As such, the prey you seek is aborted. I have learned in my years of wandering that it is not always best to deploy tactical squads into situations when subtlety may work better to acquire a fallen.
Internally,
You will.
just thinking that's not what we are, but okay. We're not subtle in the slightest.
You will be granted your Xenos shuttle, and you will penetrate the starports, locate the target. Once you have done so, you will activate this. And he hands you to, a clunky box, clearly man tech, Imperial tech. It is a teleportarium beacon.
Damn, this is heavy.
It is.
Why do you have to make it so fucking bulky?
It's super heavy. Like way heavier than it has any right to be.
Lodras.
Oh my god. This is why you guys are so ripped? Fuck.
If you can't carry that, how can you carry the burden of command, Lodras?
That's because it's only heavy
Aurora
for some.
1, Lodras 0 for today's session.
Lodras starts fucking going all hell and gets captured by a demon again and screams. I understand. And, for the hunt, and since, you have seen our willingness to hunt, but we are also pirates. If we come up showing up in this ship being kicked off by Imperium, we're going to look like rats, narcs, stitches.
Do not concern yourself with the deception. We have a scenario in mind.
Then with that being said, can I get a chainsword? I've seen you guys use them. They're so cool. I've always wanted.
Roll influence for me, Hellspawn. Should be pretty stacked on that by now.
Yes.
Lodras just trying to get whatever he can. It's not nailed down.
Yeah. Well, that is not an
with
unreasonable
human tech.
request. Acquiring equipment is not an unreasonable request.
If I come back,
I
with
have
human
all the equipment I
oh,
need. My brain.
Your singing spear is repaired, by the way. So
I remember that. I fixed that.
Yes.
Yes.
And you said it was influence?
Uh-huh.
Oh, crap. I'm sorry. Where is that located at?
It is at the
social.
bottom of it's in social traits.
Oh, I see it. Thank you very much.
No problem.
All right. So I believe it is 86.
The sad thing is that none of the Astartes probably got that joke about Lodras's burden of command. But still, 1 Aurora, 0
No.
Lodras today.
I think 2
Uh,
5s and a 4.
2 5s and a 4. Yeah, a 3 is good enough. So your influence is a 5, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. With 3 of them, yeah, you can have a chain sword.
Thank you.
I will send you the stats really quickly.
Roy, do you want anything?
I mean, I'm
Like, I got a chain sword. It's like it's our one chance, man. We were on the command deck of an Iberian ship.
One of those bolter pistol things. Can we swing one of those?
Do you have the Imperium keyword, Aurora?
No.
See, chainsword has the Alderai keyword, so you guys can have a chainsword all you fucking want. All right, so Hellspawn, add your strength to that 5, and that's your damage number with it. +1 ED. It is brutal, and it has parry. So parry will give you a +1 defense against melee attacks.
Finally.
I thought your void sword did that.
No,
He doesn't have the void sword. That was your other guy had that.
I had to constantly do the I pretend to challenge them to an honorable duel and I shoot them and hopefully it will work.
You always had a sword. I didn't know this.
Yeah, I always just shot them instead.
I mean, I think I'm fine. I don't think I can learn a psychic power within like 4 seconds.
But you're a god, Aurora.
Oh, damn you.
All right.
Librarian, how do you refine your mind so much to a fine edge of like your blade? Tell me, do you have any tricks to maintain this control?
All right. Yeah. You can roll influence if you want. Try it.
I will try.
Try it.
Poorly.
Yeah.
Poorly. I only have 3 influence.
Well, you have 1 glory dice.
I'll try. That's right.
No.
Oh, and he's only got and done it. All right.
Too much of an oddity not to talk to them.
So,
Too bad it isn't a blood angel I could ask about Bloodlands.
right.
Are you a sanguinary priest?
All right. Joseph, go ahead and roll me a D4.
D4, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 3.
You got a 3. Right. So you may have either Glimpse the Future or Omens of Doom.
That's a cheery group.
Yeah, Dark Angels, weird.
Omens of Doom. You might be able to see our deaths, and then we can prevent it.
We can also do that with sightseeing or fortune seeing, right?
But then the scenario becomes, was it Final Destination, where we have to
Yes.
avoid accidents the rest of the scenario?
Basically. Yep.
I mean, we've been doing that all dang day. Whoops. I think we lost Hellspawn there for a moment.
Did we?
So what are the two again? It was Fortunes of Doom and
Omens of Doom or Glimpse the Future. So, Glimpse the Future will allow you to re-roll 1 dice in any and all tests.
That's actually pretty good. It's a command CP reroll.
But it's good for the entire scene. So it's not just a one-time get out of fuck up free card.
Nice.
Yes.
And then the Omens of Doom.
Omens of Doom will allow you to target an enemy with a psychic ranged attack. If you hit them, they will become vulnerable and hindered for as long as you sustain the power.
Oh man, I could hit somebody with Jinx and then that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
I could also save myself from a reroll, but that wouldn't work with Wrath dice, right?
That is the only thing it doesn't work with.
Yeah, I'm going to do Even's Odd.
All right.
Because they're both really good.
Go for it.
Looks like I'll be taking Omens of Doom.
All right, Omens of Doom.
Yes.
2 seconds. I will send you the stats on it.
Be prepared for debuffs.
This PDF is so difficult to interact with. There we go. All right. I will send that to you in the private chat. There you go.
Oh, there it is. I was like, okay, go into Discord. Oh wait, no, wrong page.
All right. So yeah, you have gotten what the Astartes are willing to grant you. So yeah, cut to you all in your shuttle from your Corvette as volcano lances smash past you through space.
You have to ask those rats. You
desperately dodge and roll.
You just had to mention Doc.
We are fucking legends.
Oh, if we don't die today, I'll kill you.
The star
Heroes never die, Rory.
you see up ahead of you, the starport starts to shimmer as its void shields begin to be manipulated, and then over your voxes, a voice goes, "Oi, who you? What you gets doing out there?
We're just merely pilots trying to avoid being laser lanced."
You
It's
pirates,
me.
eh? What was your last haul?
A bunch of soul stones.
Oh, that's good gubbins. Yeah, where'd you get it from?
A Hulk.
You what? Which Hulk?
We're space Hulk raiders.
Which Hulk?
Fuck, which one did we go to?
Say Dark Angels.
It was the quenchless hunger. It was the quenchless hunger.
The Quenchless.
Persuasion. He's like,
Fuck. I was the one that was speaking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
what?
the legend one.
yeah, it's the legendary one. Yeah.
Oh wait, we're already.
He doesn't
legends because
believe you. He doesn't believe you at all.
No one's gonna believe us. We're gonna get out of this. And no one's like, oh, you were there. What are you talking about?
The Quenchless.
That's the
Why
last
do
thing
you
we're gonna
think-
say before
Wait,
they
hold on.
haul us away
Why
to
do
a
you
padded
There's
room.
the Starties after us.
Look at this ship.
Wait, what's the pluses to my persuasion? Nothing. Fellowship.
It's a fellowship,
3. Yeah, 1d3 or 3d6.
Go for it.
If I did a wrath roll, would they believe me? Is it possible?
Actually, I'll let you just spend a wrath point to get a narrative
I
declaration.
will spend a narrative
that
declaration.
you know the call sign, obviously the call and response for the Southern Cross coterie,
Yeah.
and the word's gotten out about you guys actually successfully hitting that Hulk. So yeah, you want to spend a wrath point? I'll do it. Yeah. Oh, you kids are fucking legends. All of a sudden, you start the control panel just lights up with warning signatures of weapons locks, tracking systems. It's coming in every tech. There are Tau fusion beams. There's an Imperial volcano lance trackings from somewhere. Orc grot cannons all over this friggin' thing. But all the targeting signatures go past you guys and lock onto the strike cruiser, and the whole hub just lights up in fire as it's just massed batteries begin to pound at the Astartes. The entire station's covering you guys' approach. You guys are fucking legends. Like you are welcome.
Oh man, so sad to see those guys go. No.
Oh look, there's a grot right now.
Yeah. It waves at you and it's holding up a piece of paper with a pen pointing because it flies past you guys.
We did it!
Oh, look, a fan!
Someone will have a hat on this station.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys land on Kabbalah. As you climb out of the shuttle, you're a roarous like it's not applause, it's just there orcs are wogging at you, human scum are catcalling,
hell yeah, no, I'm gonna buy into it.
A couple, like a man and a woman, both flash you respectively their bits. You guys, like, people are shouting, like, immediately merchants rush you all, offering the finest goods. Everybody wants your friggin' soul stuff. They're offering you. They get like a quartermaster says that he could turn your shuttle into the equivalent of a Corvette as far as the armament goes. He swears on all 9 rings that this thing will be better armed than any Corvette ever. He could fit every ounce of firepower on this thing.
I'm not bone singer, but I don't think that's possible. But I like your gumption.
Low Dress is going to play up the crowd. He's pulling out the chainsword and starting to go, yeah!
Yeah.
And then he points to a section. He wants them to cheer louder.
Yeah.
And then...
they're going wild. The orcs are handing you jugs of fighting juice.
Which is a strange.
Humans are attempting to pour you all drinks. Friggin' Drakari are offering you all the finest of soul wines. Like, you guys are, you're just awash with this stuff. It has made you notice, though, to be fair, and you were tasked with a subtle mission.
I already said we're not that subtle. I just didn't say it out loud.
Listen, our plans never go according to plan, and it works best that way.
Yes.
Look, who's going to expect a bunch of fallen hunters being Eldars that have just raided the biggest space hulk in the sector?
You would really just totally kill this moment if our Dark Angel thing just started reacting when he just said, "For the Emperor!" And then immediately gets shot.
He said it, not me. I don't know who this man is.
We're not taking any of those checks yet. You guys aren't wandering yet. So what are you guys doing as the crowd kind of is breaking apart, as you guys are kind of moving through, signing the last piece of flesh, and getting one last pull off a pipe, from I think that might have been a Jacaro that gave you the pipe. Wow. I don't know what that stuff was in there, but we're going to go places at some point, I think, on this.
I'm going to Space Margaritaville, and I'm not coming back. I demand a hat immediately. I'm getting drunk on power. The nicest hat with feathers.
3 are provided. Only one actually would work with your Alderai form and your top knot, but
I take it. And I'm complete. I can die happy. This is the end.
Oh, great. Now he's been given everything he needs.
Yeah.
The mission's gone completely new.
So so how are you guys going to proceed into the hub to start tracking your target?
Well, there is always a good rumor mill that I've heard from the bars and local drinking holes, as they are referred to as. you want to saunter in there, oh Captain?
You know what I like about you, Rory? You're a go-getter. And one day, you'll get a hat just like me. And he walks towards the bar.
All right. You guys are going to the bar. Good start.
And he's not checking anywhere around him. Oh, good. He's already completely forgotten.
I'm a celebrity, baby. What can I do?
So you guys are walking your truth now. Living the new life. So yeah, you get into the bar. Room is made for you. You can saunter up to it. Like no one will oppose you. So yeah. How are you guys gonna reach into the rumor mill and try and
I have an idea.
Okay.
I pull out the chainsword and I rev it for everyone to hear. And I demand attention.
Bar goes dead quiet. Even the band stops.
So I know we got carried away with things, but I need all of you to help me
Oh, Jesus. I mean,
find some fallen.
Oh, Yiniad!
If any of you said
That
anything,
he's fallen down on hard times and needs more of these swords.
Awareness checks, gentlemen. Awareness.
I'm a man of the people now.
I didn't know that we were in a comedy group.
I think 6+ hours of content is already should have been a good as what you lot are.
Live on your box tonight, it's Aurora and Lodras.
All right, 5 successes, not bad, not bad.
6.
4 successes, yeah. So low dress. Everyone is kind of. Oh gosh, this internet is trash.
He's partying too hard.
He really is partying too hard.
The captain has blacked out again. Yes, no, he meant he's fallen on hard times and he needs another chainsword.
So yeah, low dress, you everyone is just kind of like, what's that? What's like the orcs are all kind of cocking their heads at you, like, very confused. Aurora, with your awareness though, you see a figure looks very Alderai to you, duck out of the back of the bar.
If you want to continue your thing, I found something that I am going to investigate, boss.
I believe in you.
All right.
If you see a bunch of psychic lightning going up, you know that something shit has happened.
Low dress, give me a leadership check.
Okay.
You are pivoting from investigator to the distraction.
That sounds about right. I'm not gonna lie.
Yep.
Sounds about right. 96.
Oh, damn.
All right, another glory dice. Well done. Well done.
It returns.
Yes. One. Yeah, that's plenty of successes. Yeah. No, yeah, you start spinning tales like you're intermixing so much shit from like fairy tales you've heard to like your life story to part of that freaking vision you live. Like you're mixing this all up. Like this is not good what you're doing. But everyone is. You got an audience, captive audience. The band sits the fuck down and gets drinks as well to listen to you. Aurora, give me a stealth check.
Oh, that's good.
I know.
I have a 7 in stealth.
I know it's your favorite.
I actually have stealth. Today, I'm not playing a paladin.
Ooh, hold on one sec.
Nope. It's not going to do it. 2 successes out of all that.
Hey, at least it wasn't a crit fail.
Yeah, no. As you were moving, the Alderai you're in pursuit of, she ducks down a passageway. You see your people's script on it. But what it's talking about is something you've never heard of before, and it's very, very disturbing. It's something about the searching mother. Very occultish, like a lot of occultish writings, discussing about the way forward is to channel the parental love, and like that is the only true emotion that all Aldorai must feel if we are ever to be a people again. Yeah, a whole bunch of that. But
I wonder if our story got here, if the story of the crazy witch got here as well, because it sounds very similar to it.
But other than that, yeah, you duck in. She's gone. There's nobody in there. It's empty. You want to attempt any kind of psychic check or investigative check to try
I need to open myself up to the loving embrace of family.
Yeah.
Love and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Before I do that, I sort of Eldari Voxspeed. Yeah, so some shit might have gotten here that we don't want. You might want to, wrap up whatever you're doing and get over here as backup. There's a more captive audience here, more Eldari for you to spin your tale about the quenchless hunger and your captaincy.
And all right, here's that's when I furiously walked up to the tentacle-like witch, and I saw her straight in the eyes, and I told her, "Stop it."
And
there's a cheer.
Embellishing more. Click.
All right. Yeah, you doing investigator, psychic mastery?
Let's start with the investigate, and then I'll go into psychic mastery.
Oh, cool. Go for it.
I don't need to start throwing off the alarm bells to everybody. Hey,
not bad. Another glory dice. It's good. I'm gonna give you guys a slightly bigger pool since there's only two of you. That's kind of a shit pool. Yeah. So yeah, with 4 successes, your investigate check reveals that like no one's been here in a while, which, considering how new your story is a bit fucking weird. I mean, Lodras wasn't long. It's barely been a week, since all of this has gone down. How could it have gotten here and been abandoned that quickly?
We spent a little bit longer in the warp than we thought we did. Stupid human crafts. What? The year 2030? What millennia is this anyway?
Oh no.
I slept too long.
I was frozen today.
Well,
Christopher
meanwhile,
Lloyd from the Hulk Hogan nanny movie?
I don't know. It was something which I just had in mind. It was like,
I strangely remember that from Teenage Mutant. Sorry, digress.
No, you're good. Like, yeah, no, I definitely.
I was thinking cryo sleep, so I'm like, okay, I've been frozen today. Clearly.
But yeah, Lodras, as you're trying to wind the story down, you're starting to notice though, now that you've come down just a little bit off of power, you're starting to notice people are kind of looking at you like a little too long from like some of the back areas, like you've been a pirate long enough to know those looks.
They're getting ready to lock the door.
They want your hat.
Very much so.
And I end my story with, and also I just got the hat today, and I will fucking kill every last one of you if you touch my hat. And I start the chainsword.
Yeah. But yeah, as you're starting to like try and find your way through the crowd, an arm actually kind of just kind of hooks you, yanks you down, and well, a voice you've heard, often enough, but never actually seen, says, "You're muted." Damn it.
Regardless, say you're being a little too fucking loud.
Your coterie chief, Ish, is standing before you.
Back room. Now.
I'm not in trouble today.
You notice several howling banshees scattered throughout the friggin' crowd are almost forming a perimeter around you guys.
How are you?
Oh, it's not really about how I'm doing right now. It's about what you're doing at this moment. And also in the fact that, one, that's like the attention right now. But two, my shtick. Bathroom. Now.
Loja shamefully kicks the ground with his feet. And
Damn, Aurora can't see this. God, you have so much dirt on him for the rest of this eternity.
Well, with you not finding anything, Aurora, are you going to head back towards the bar as well?
I'll see if he's finally finished retelling, whatever.
Yeah, as you come into the bar, you also see some howling banshees of the Southern Cross coterie. You recognize their pauldron plates. They see you, and one of them just kind of disgustedly nods back towards the back room. Like she's got that mean girl, I'm so better than what I'm doing right now look on her face.
I return it in kind, like, sister, you don't have the prowess that I have with the law.
So yeah, you find Lodras along with Alephion. Have you ever met Alephion?
I don't think so.
Everybody's heard the stories about him, but he barely ever shows up to properly lead the coterie. So like it's almost one of those figures of like more repute than anything else. Like, he's supposed to be at the front, but like he's always off. He's got his own scores to go to, his own nonsense to get into.
Well, this is another thing to check off the bucket list. Ride on an Imperial Strike Cruiser, meet with the librarian, and meet the head of the Southern Cross.
No. You seem to misconstrue what's going on. It's not that's like I've come to be able to express my wonders at your great deeds. It's you literally went into an area that you shouldn't have, destroyed something that's like screwing up, and now I have to come in to fix some problems. And apparently there's a bomb that's about to go off somewhere.
Wait, what?
What?
I'm just hearing a beeping, so sorry.
Everyone get down.
Oh, it's your team speak, Aaron.
Oh,
because you're muted on TeamSpeak. Yeah, it's your
All
TeamSpeak.
right.
That's
Let me just get out there. There we go.
Anyways, so yeah, no, Alephion proceeds to actually lay out to you all, or he begins to discuss with you, your escapades over the past week or so. When your Vox relays open up at Lodras, you hear Castiel coming through. Altarai, have you located the target yet? What is your status?
Choose your words carefully, Lodras. Please.
We are currently in. It's been kind of heavy storm.
Wait, is that my
get
friend?
back to you.
Grab it.
Are you taking the Vox from him?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Xenos, I am more than well aware at these types of pathetic deceptions. I have encountered your kind before. What is your mission status?
Well, that's going to depend on how friendly you decide to be when you say hi to a friend, especially when you haven't called in at least... Yeah, that has to be a year.
Wait, what?
There's a very, very, very long pause. Such a long pause that you, Alephion, know without no roll needed. This is exactly how long it probably is taking for for a Stardy strike cruiser to track back the Vox signal to make a target lock.
While this silence is happening, I'm like, by the way,
Wait,
you know-
we have a job.
Oh, I'd be insulted if it wasn't doing that. So
he found us. Thank you for the chainsword, BT Dubs.
I don't think he understands that colloquialism.
all right, well, Castiel, I know.
Alephion.
Castiel?
I assume it's not just coincidence that I yet again have found myself in the same sector of the vastness of the void as you.
I just think it's the fates that are bringing us together at any given point. But then I'm a hopeless romantic.
I
get it. They're an item.
don't actually believe you whatsoever in this instance, as I am all too familiar with your general views on religion and your place within them in the world.
Oh, well, that's absolutely true. So, and the fact that I might have papered the walls with certain scrolls later on that I acquired from an illicit source, but that's neither here nor there.
You
Anyway.
understand that my tolerance for your shenanigans is one thing, but I am currently in control of an entire strike cruiser Deathwing. I would advise caution.
We are carrying things. He could visit whenever he wants to. I'm just saying. I don't want any type of fight right now, especially since I am incredibly tired and at least a little bit drunk at this point. So make you a deal. You will let me know what my people who apparently were freelancing for you at some point going on, and I'll be happy to relay what I'm looking for, because I have a feeling our paths are going to cross a little wise.
I am partaking a mission of utmost importance for my chapter. Unfortunately, your kinfolk have stumbled across information they should not be in possession of. I was exchanging their services for their silence that was not of a permanent variety.
At least the 6 feet under silent treatment.
Indeed.
Got it.
I was not aware you actually buried your dead, Alephion. What a fascinating cultural enlightenment this has been.
So I could just, it's like we pick up things along the way. You absolutely know this.
Mm.
So, but that's like in turn, so what kind of knowledge, it's like, boys, what kind of knowledge were you seeking?
I cannot
Knowledge is
betray
a
the
word.
faith that has been put into me. But I do not want to forsake the bonds that we have been gathering right now, boss. Wink, 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 wink. I can't really wink right now.
Stand by. Click the mute on that for a second. All right. I didn't want to have to do this. Actually, I checked that. I really wanted to do this at any given point. But it should be known, and I will produce whatever proof I need to in either written or digital format, how the Elder I do it, or a data crystal.
Yeah, it's a data crystal, but
Okay.
yeah.
They're analog, baby.
This is a recording that technically is the creme de la creme of heresy. Specifically, one encounter where Castiel and I were around whatever the mutant people are called. I'm sorry, Jason, so I forget.
They're abhumans.
Abhumans.
Yeah.
A certain sect of abhumans who are very wonderful and helpful, but on record declared that I, your illustrious leader, was and is the reborn emperor of mankind.
Oh no!
This is the proof of my title. I'm willing to go ahead and broadcast this at any point because I have an exit to my ship, which is far faster than whatever yours is. If you want to seat on it before I broadcast this, you better decide now if you're going to be more forthcoming.
Okay, that is on mute, right?
As far as you know.
Fuck.
I made fun of their dead god.
He
I
did
had
make
a
fun
chuckle.
of their dead god. It is dealing with the early history around the whole Horus hullabaloo.
Much of fallen, chaotic.
Just straight dumping it.
All right. So, yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna get stabbed by somebody.
I don't want it to be the boss.
I got on very good terms with their librarian. They taught me things. Don't ruin this.
So what you're telling me is that you've decided to use your own, that's like psychic download streams, in turn to take forbidden human knowledge.
We may have jump-started a cruiser of theirs, and we linked with its machine spirit to a degree. I don't really know the specifics, but we picked up some things.
To be fair, I turned a death sentence into minor probation. I think that's pretty good negotiation
technically,
skills.
that minor probation works as long as they don't use this teleportarium that we are carrying.
Can't tell if Aaron is acting or not right now.
We've seen and done some things.
We should have been dead so long ago, but we keep on living, and I think it's due to our camaraderie.
Well, you're going to hope that that's going to keep you alive a little bit more because you're officially back in the service again. So hope those skills to be able to play both sides of the field right now are completely in turn. So, clicking back on. Friend.
Comrade.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I might cry. Anyway, Castiel, so I see that they are on the up and up, so I will not disturb your side of the matter since I see that's sensitive and want to respect our friendship.
Very good.
But that's like, in turn, I believe we have enough of a crossover that I will need them on retainer back at their original position, specifically for being able to examine what our seers are saying is an issue within the Black Library.
All right then, Aurora. You care to give a psychic mastery check to examine what the Lephion has presented to you?
I would greatly appreciate to study anything from there. Knowledge is power.
All right. Are you bound, unbound, or transcendent for this one?
I don't want to blow the lid off.
Go transcendent.
All the knowledge. I'll go.
Aaron, he's gone to 20 before on his psychic mastery rolls. That's 10 wrath dice he's rolled.
I summon Slanesh's greater demons.
He did actually. He did actually do that once.
I rang the dinner bell for the bigger fish.
Anyway,
I'm aware.
go ahead. Give me the roll.
I'll do it with the +1.
All right, going unbound.
I'll get 13.
Let it rip. First two are wrath dice. All right.
No problem.
No perils, so that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. Yeah, I'll say that works. That's a hard check. Yeah, with 5 successes, you open up. It's not a vision per se. It's more of an emotional feed, but you sense a longing to join and a quench for knowledge. And then you see the Black Library flying through the webway. And then just all that emotion is replaced by hunger.
Uh-oh.
And then the Black Library, it's almost like you consume it.
Oh,
But
that
then,
can't be
before
good.
the vision stops, you see a figure in a white cloak and black armor, not Alderai.
Human or
Astartes, yes.
uh-oh. Think Joe knows this, or I don't know nothing.
So yeah, you can share that with Lodras if you want. Lodras, are you going to do that, or are you going to keep this to yourself?
So, something is after the Black Library. Somebody. I'm not sure if it's this individual, but there is a hunger for the knowledge within. Would you say it's like the Slaneshi hunger, or the hunger that we found from that other would-be god?
Not really determinable. It is just the hunger. It is just pure hunger. Like, honestly, you're starving right now.
Another
right?
one.
Yeah.
Anybody have
You're
some
genuinely
food?
starving right now.
I'll take some of that fighting juice. It'll put something at least in my stomach.
That's a decision.
That is a decision. There's probably drop bits in it.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's how they make it is by squishing squids. I'm pretty sure it's like adrenal glands of squids is how they make fighting juice.
Having fighting juice before going transcendent. That might be my next trick.
Go for it.
But yes, some sort of hunger. You know, I can't tell if it's the one that thirsts, what we've encountered before. Help us, maybe even those bugs. However, there was another individual there, very tall, human, Astartes. Armor was clad in pitch black, draped with white robes. No idea who this individual is.
So Lodras, no roll needed since you already got slurped into the psychic dream of the fall of Caliban. You damn well know that is the original colors of the Dark Angels and what the Fallen currently wear. So
I relay that back to everyone. I'm like, no, that's when we were back on the ship and you seemed, I guess, okay. I don't know what happened with you, but I went inside a Marine and I got to experience what it was like first.
Phrasing.
No judgment.
Good to be amongst thieves. I know the battle. I felt this. These are the original Dark Angels. Well, that's all I got.
all right.
Mute, is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it wasn't. Castiel chimes in and goes, I see. So it appears once again our paths must cross, Alephion, as we join our weapons together.
You have no idea how long I've waited for this. Approximately just in this last minute, but technically.
Yes. What is the target location? Do you know where we are going? So, quick lore aside for those less knowledgeable on this stuff. The Black Library is an Aldurai craft world. It's a planet, but it does not exist in real space. The Aldurai pushed it into the webway, so it is constantly in a state of motion, just running rings around the galaxy through the webway. So this is probably the most heavily guarded secret in your entire species. Even understanding your desire for the hunt, you literally couldn't take the strike cruiser in with you because you have to go into the webway. So basically, you guys are at the point. If you're going to do this, you're going to have to take one of your vessels. I would assume the Harlock.
The mighty Harlock survived the quenchless hunger.
And you're going to have to decide if you're willing to let a bunch of Astartes load up and rock into the webway with you to your most carefully guarded secret.
Hey, we were guests on their ship. They can be guests on our ship.
Yeah,
They just have to follow our rules. That's all.
Whatever you say, boss. You're boss. Boss, not this boss.
That's a
that
wrap
boss.
point for you, Lodras.
So at this point,
To be
there's
fair,
only
he's been doing it to his captain every game of this entire trilogy. So this
It's
is
not
nothing
new.
new out of him. This is nothing new.
the only other people in the only other person in this conversation who can say that about our ship is literally at the one that's pointing guns at us right now. So that's the only other person in this conversation who can say that our ship.
Oh,
I
Very
just
sweet.
got the
And
map.
once again, while I'm not on the board, well, it's not another one for me on the board. Aurora 1, Elphon 1, Lodras 0.
I'm a middle management. I'm used to this.
Well, I also say that because there might be there may or may not be one of Castiel's older pauldrons that was left and then fused into the hull when we needed to make a repair.
So you stole one of his pauldrons, and freaking Rodsaw stole a chunk off of his breastplate. Like, did you guys leave anything left of Castiel at the end of that story sequence? That's literally Tom's like item. Like, you get a trinket in Wrath and Glory in the.
I remember that. So.
In the Bike Squadron Alpha campaign, Tom brought Rodsaw into it. Tom wanted to play Wrath and Glory again, and his trinket he decided is he had a chunk of Castiel's Terminator armor that he just carried around with him to remember his buddy.
Well, it was mostly in pieces at that point too, and again, we needed to, but
we did fight a Forge Fiend once. I'm sure that happened. Castiel literally punched a hole in its stomach and dropped a bunch of crack grenades into its gut.
I mean, that's how you take it out. Generally,
then walked away, cool guy style, saying the Emperor protects. It was great. I loved it.
That is the most, I guess, 40K way of killing somebody. Just punching a hole and then putting explosive in and walking away slowly.
Well, yeah, I don't know if you've read up on Power Fist yet, Hellspawn, but yeah, like that's a Terminator weapon. But basically, it's a giant glove that creates an energy field that rips stuff apart at the atomic level. So yeah. Punching straight through stuff is a lot easier when you got superhuman strength and a force field that rips stuff apart at the atomic level. But I digress. So I assume you are accepting the quest, everyone. So yeah, are we? You just want to jump into the webway on the hard rock?
Low dress eyes. He felt power, and it's gone. He'll have it again soon.
You still have the hat. Don't worry. You at least have the hat. Unless. If to get back in your good graces, Alephion, you'd like the hat.
I'm not taking things off my own people. Yeah. One, that's too easy. Two,
betrayal. Betrayal the highest.
That's not sporting at all, though. So it's like if I want something of yours too, I don't want it being owned by anybody else right now out of their own hard work right now. I steal that from my own. That's like volition, like this, and point as we're boarding the ship, pointing to the oversized bolter that is very much damaged from the last time we used it, but still an Imperial bolter.
Yep, that is canon. He definitely stole a bolter once. So yeah, you were joined by Castiel, the librarian, Brother Haniel, and 5 Deathwing Knights. So these are all Terminators, each one with a storm shield, carrying powered maces and flails. None of them say a word to any of you. You can't even really see their faces. Their cowls are so deep and dark. Like there's just nothing exposed of them. They literally stand in silence and do not move.
I give a friendly wave to the librarian. It's good to see you again.
He offers a tentatively confused salute as he taps his fist to his chest to you.
I look at the Space Marines and go, listen, guys. You don't have to pretend for me. I get nervous too. We find okay, buddies.
They're British guards. Not even a rustle of air from them sighing in exasperation.
All right, 1. Alephion, 1. Deathwing Terminators, 1. 0.
So yeah, on the bridge, Alephion. This is a bit of a trick, as only the Harlequins are given knowledge of the Black Library, but you've been around a time or two, and you might have won a couple of drinking games with some Harlequins. So go ahead and give me a piloting check.
Ironically, that's written on a napkin.
Well, you get through it by this. Make sure you take a right before Kamarag, or else you're just...
All right. Let's see if Dicebot on your side wants to be mean to me, too.
Oh, it's being real mean to them, dude. I wouldn't. It's been real fucking mean today.
All right.
Maybe you'll break the chain, or,
Oh, wait, I have to add Dicebot to that group as well.
Yeah. Yep. It's gonna win, Joseph. You know it is.
Oh,
Not bad, Aaron, with 6 successes.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, up ahead of you all, through the shimmering tube of the webway, instead of seeing the ever-ending curving bendatures of the path, you see a massive black hole looming out of the darkness in front of you. Alephion isn't really even blinking. He just is very minutely making adjustments. But yeah, you guys are closing faster and faster on a black hole. Go ahead and give me resolve checks, you two.
Woo! This is where I lose it.
This is where it happens.
I'm too excited at the prospect of going to the Black Library.
You're fine. You're fine, Aurora, with a 3. And so are you. Well, what do you know?
We've
3
been
is
through
the
enough.
magic number, after all. It seems we have a P's dice bot with our participants.
We
No,
needed
you
3
guys,
players.
you guys trust this. I mean, again, you never met him. He's the worst pirate you've ever heard of, but you have heard of him. And you slip through a black hole, and then before you is an obsidian planet.
Oh my.
I mean, this is whispered to you guys, like, but it's, you know, it's beyond your dreams or even the wildest things your mother's or your father's told you at night when they tucked you in. Like, it just shimmers in space, but not in space. As you look around, you actually can perceive the stars moving past you guys. Like, the webway has almost disappeared, but you're still in it, so you can see the movement as you just whip through the universe. As auroras and constellations just sling past you. It's very disorienting, but you're here. You're further than
And no
95%
need
of your
for
species
Gillifields.
ever get to finding this place. So yeah.
I feel the need to remind you there is no drooling and or vomiting on my bridge unless you plan to clean it up yourselves. Harlequins will provide you with the mops and then behead you.
Noted.
So yeah, Alephion swings the Harlock in, and you all approach the planet. When all of a sudden the ship is stopped in space, slammed to a stop, and all of you hear a voice speak into your heads. So, who would like to go first here? This will be your first test to enter the library. Aaron, you're going last.
Oh, yeah.
I've got a special one for you.
Oh, that's fine, so.
Oh, good.
I'll go.
All right. Give me a D3 roll. Hellspawn.
All right.
Single D3. 2. A harsh voice, very disciplinarian. What figure in your past would that be? Perhaps an instructor, your father. I don't know.
One of my instructors who taught me how to shoot.
Okay, shooting instructor. Lotras, what disappears as soon as you say its name? Name. So yeah, it's a riddle. So you guys can meta amongst each other as players, but everybody's got to actually make their answer so everyone's going to get a question to resolve this. If you're having a hard time, the player who's gotten the question can make a insight or intellect or willpower check, depending on what is your strongest, to get a hint. I'm going to go get a water while you start to ponder this one over.
It was what
What
goes away
disappears as soon as you say its name?
Yes.
Beetlejuice.
No, that appears. That's 3 times.
So what's the name? That's a good one. I feel like I'm in 5th grade all over again. It's riddle time, kids. Shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so what disappears as soon as you say its name? Okay. So far, my only thought is it's kind of dumb, but like a question. So say its
No.
name, no.
No, but
It could be a.
if it saying something is like breaking something.
Stop.
So these are true riddles, by the way, not like Warhammer
Oh,
40K nonsense.
I
Just
don't doubt it. That's
Okay.
how.
Yeah.
Just FYI, just want to let you guys know. Don't get too much in your heads trying to like make this work in the setting.
Or playing.
I
the
literally
game with
found
the
a riddle
stick.
generator that was awesome, and
There's a riddle generator.
I actually accidentally got 4 riddles that all really work contextually for the story. Like it was total accident, but I'm so happy with them. So yeah.
It disappears when you say its name.
As soon as you say its name, remember it's a riddle. Wording matters.
No.
If you say end or finish, technically, but that still doesn't kind of work.
It's not a name.
I know it's not a name; it's a thing.
Remember, riddles are good at that kind of trickery, though. Just saying.
I would say.
Well,
I would
if it's
jokingly
an
say
inanimate object, its name would be the object. So it'd be like,
it could be a concept.
oh,
Punch was
Love.
hunger wouldn't work for that.
No. It disappears as soon as you say love. No.
The soul doesn't disappear as soon as you say soul.
Yeah.
You guys are warm, though. You're on the right
Finish.
track thinking of it this way. I'll tell you that much. Like, you guys are doing good.
So I was on, I'm close to a check with the time and finish or
Concept. Thinking about this
Concept.
as a concept. Yes, this is actually a very good way of thinking about this. Yes. Like, you guys keyed on that very quickly. Very smart.
Hear me now, Bob. I'm smart. No, except.
Hunger doesn't disappear as soon as the thought.
Oh, that is actually that's a good one.
Maybe. As soon as
As soon as you say its name.
And is this a question that he's only hearing in his head?
Yeah, each of you will hear a different question in your head.
Okay.
So like I said, you guys can all, since we're actually short a player, I will allow you to make a sub, but do bear in mind, these are all kind of same level of riddles. So like,
I don't doubt it.
if you think you've got a grasp on one, it might be better to hang on to it and save your sub for later. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
but yeah, since
Can we
have
do
that.
so we can do a pass right now and be like, here's all the riddles.
I mean, you could do a pass and you'll get another one, but that's one you're getting.
Oh, I see what you mean. Got it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, yeah, if you guys think you're getting a handle on this one, stick with it. Save it in case the one Joseph draws kicks his ass, you guys' ass, and then you could sub it. Or if you've hit you've gone as far as you can go. Like I said, I've got one extra, so we can do a swap. I'm cool with that. But I don't want to rush you guys either. I want you guys to genuinely solve these. They're fun.
Oh no, I keep my phone and everything away from me somewhere.
maybe we can try to start work on the next one, and it might come to us after the other one.
All right, you want to hear yours?
Yeah, that's
then,
what I
Joseph?
was. That's what I was kind of saying.
Right.
Sorry.
Yeah, Joseph, you can hear yours. Yeah. So go ahead and give me a D2 roll. Number two. All right. You hear the voice of your mother. Or perhaps it's the captain. It's hard. It's a matriarchal voice. Kind of sternly to you, stating, "How can you physically stand behind your mother while she is standing behind you, Aurora?"
How can I physically stand while she is standing behind me?
Yeah, she's pregnant with you.
It's not technically standing behind.
Would be behind, would it? Because the womb goes to the front.
Yeah.
I don't know, like you. Never mind.
Well, how does Eldar physiology work?
Yeah,
It's actually fairly similar, but not. But
Yeah.
we're not going down that rabbit hole. All right.
there are diagrams, and I wish I didn't know that and that I'd seen them.
No.
Rule 34.
Yeah, that's exactly.
It's not even Rule 34.
No,
That's the worst part.
It's
I
the
avoid that shit like the
Xenobiologist
plague.
book. There's an actual book that they made for practically the Imperium records of all the alien
Yeah.
species, like the
Jeez.
Xenobiologist or something. It came out.
That is the Xenos biologist. That's it.
Oh, God,
It
that thing.
exists. It exists.
Autopsy reports.
Is there like a center fold out where like, well, here's their makeup?
Basically, yeah. No, it's a literal cutaway showing how their organs and skeletal structures look, and with Aldar, it's really creepy.
Okay.
And remember, you guys each can have a roll for a hint. So if you guys want your hints, like you can take them whenever you want them.
So how can I stand behind my own mother when she stands before me?
Behind you,
Or behind me? I
yes.
stand before her while she is behind me.
Nope, they're both behind. No before.
Oh,
How can you stand behind her if? How can you stand behind her while she is standing behind you?
Oh, we're back to
If
back.
you're, wait,
Is that your answer?
It's too easy, but it makes sense if we're standing back to back because her back is to me and my back is. We're standing behind each other technically. Then in that instance.
The shield for you shatters, and you return to being able to see the craft world.
Woo! It worked. I think.
I went way too hard. I was like, maybe
That's
it's
what
like,
riddles are good at. They make you go way too hard.
I was like, she's dead in the ground. It's the gravestone. I get
Yeah,
it. She's
yeah.
behind you.
Yup.
It's the simple answer. So
That's
Back to
why
back,
it
Mom!
specifically stated physically behind and behind. Yes.
Okay.
okay.
So,
I'm gonna
with
probably
that
roll
being
for
said, to kind of help you reframe where your head's at, we shall return to yours, Bodras.
No.
Or do you want to let Aaron hear his first, and then you? We can come back
You
on
said
that.
I can roll for a hint.
You may,
uh,
yes. So yeah, you can do insight, you can do intellect, willpower.
I will do insight.
All right, go ahead. Give me the roll.
I don't care. I'm smart like the rest of you. Oh no,
got it.
not with that roll.
No, you got 3 successes. That's all I wanted.
Oh.
I just want a standard success. So hard riddles, like we just demonstrated, they require you to think logically, like think straightforward. So remember, I was saying this is a conceptual metaphor. So concept was the right way of looking at it, but think straightforward with it. You guys were starting to do good, like sounding out words and thinking about
Saying
those
goodbye.
words. Like think about something like that. That's the route you want to take with this. Like think of a concept, and then again, the riddle is what disappears as soon as you say its name. What concept disappears when you say its name? Like.
See, I want to say it's just saying goodbye, like a person's saying goodbye. Then they just, but that's also not right. Metaphorical.
It's not correct. Yeah, it's not metaphorical. This is a good shoot. This is a good throw, though.
I did say something earlier that you might take from it. I will, if Jason allows me, I will repeat it.
Be my guest.
So, because this, you break this when
Trust.
When you say
As
it.
soon as you break someone's trust, it can't be repaired.
But when you say
Damn it.
trust, does it break? I mean, because you just that doesn't break it.
Mhm.
That doesn't inherently
See
break
a
someone's
person
trust.
when you say
It's
its name.
Yeah.
A lie.
Sentence generally ends as soon as you say it. Maybe I don't know. But
Aaron,
then
would you
one
like to
word
hear
isn't-
yours while he's still puzzling over? it?
Sure.
This one is for you.
It's probably you'll see me struggle here shortly.
For Alephion, who's the most important person to Alephion?
You would think that would be the
I was
thing.
actually expecting that answer, but yeah, Aaron's gonna go deeper with this. I know him.
No, you would think that would be the case right now, but it's actually a more of a chorus, and it is the rest of the original group. So
Okay, all right. So
it's-
you
it's
hear
Castiel,
Rod
it's
Saw,
Castiel,
Helene, Castiel,
Castiel.
and fucking hell, what's the Iron Hand's name? Fuck, it's something Roman. Anyways,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
As one, you hear this belongs to you, but everyone else uses it. And there's a respectfulness about the way they say this to you. If I didn't convey that well.
I like that one, so I get it. But
Yeah, all right.
If it wasn't for the respect, I would say trust.
I also say dignity, but that's not it. Yeah.
That's a little too cynical for you, Aaron.
I thought it was funny.
No, it is funny.
I will go ahead. I'll go ahead and roll for the hint just in case.
All right, go ahead.
That was, you said insight or
Insight, intellect, willpower, whatever you've got that's biggest for you. Like I said,
willpower is probably.
All right, go
willpower's
for it.
probably
It's just
gonna
3
be
successes what we're looking for here.
Yeah, let's see. Probably only have 4 dice, so that's gonna be it.
Yeah. Well, there's glory dice floating around there too. You
That's
can
true.
use
So
from the lads. Yeah, you're 1 shy, so yeah, you can burn a glory.
yeah.
Or you can wrath point it and re-roll 2 dice. It's up to you.
Yeah, you know what? I'll wrath point that just in
Okay.
case. So
Yeah, re-roll 2 dice. Yeah, go ahead.
come on, give me at least 1.
There you go.
That's all I needed.
Don't think about an actual object, Aaron.
No, that's what I was like. I was already thinking.
Yeah. This isn't an actual object. Like, think about stuff that is important to you, like as a foundational, like you know, like an entity. Yeah.
Yeah.
But by uses it, it does mean physically.
Oh, you physically use it? Okay. Okay.
What do you think, Joseph? You got any ideas?
I mean, I was going to say initially trust. I mean, that technically works. It belongs to you, and other people can use your trust.
Yeah.
Do they use it in a poor way to you or a positive way? It all depends.
See, that's what I thought my riddle answer was.
I really wish now that I had listened to more of the original group's recordings of Wrath and Glory, because I could probably give a better answer.
Yeah.
It's not as big of a hint as you'd think, but there is still a bit of a hint there in how they look at.
So I'm assuming it's not trust. So
it is not trust. Nope.
Trust.
It is not trust. It's a bit more concrete than trust.
Okay.
I will tell you that.
Do you own a servo skull that they all used?
I'm shocked he didn't.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Let's see. Friendship, companionship, love.
Going a bit big. You're going to get big. Remember.
Yeah.
Belongs to you.
Oh.
Those are much bigger concepts. Lots of people own that.
Heart.
A soul?
No. A little bit more concrete than those things, but you're moving towards it.
So stone.
A skeleton.
Let's see. Friendship.
I'm sorry, what was the wording of the riddle again?
This belongs to you, but everyone uses it.
And you said think of it kind of physically.
It's a physical action in how they use it.
Breathing.
Okay.
Air, oxygen. Everyone uses it. It belongs to you, technically, if you breathe it in.
But doesn't technically belong to you because it is it's a bit bigger than that. Like everyone can claim oxygen. Yeah, everyone can claim that.
I was going to jokingly say the armored pauldron that you welded to your ship. Technically, everybody uses that. It does belong to you, but I don't think that's what the riddle was looking for since it was on a random generator.
I'm sure very mad about it still.
No, at this point, that'd just be the replicator that I put a name tag on. So,
I feel that I got the easier one.
Hate doing this too. Can we roll for another clue, something else to put it more specifically? Because I'm.
I mean, if you guys want to fail out, there's going to be some checks for you guys crashing through the wall, basically.
Okay.
So that's the penalty to this of getting into the library.
Got it.
Library. No, I want to.
Or you're going to make some checks or get banged up.
What disappears? Everyone uses a towel? No, that's dumb. Sorry.
You're fine.
For a second, I thought you said Tao, and I'm like, what?
Everybody uses it. Blood?
No.
Oh.
No, but a good guess. No.
Okay. So.
Thinking?
Your mind?
No.
Your door?
Come on, Aaron. You got this.
You do think so? I'm trying to think if it's like something outside of that, though, when you say it's concrete, because you said it was like heart was moving towards the right direction.
It's moving towards the right direction, but I might have misled you.
It's your name. It's your name. It belongs to you and everyone uses it.
Oh.
Yeah. So
yeah.
Hey, good job. Good job.
Well done. Well done, Hellspawn.
Okay.
Very well done.
1 for Hellspawn, still 0 for Lodras.
Laptop flips.
So, Alephion, you break through the barrier. The Harlock is still rattling as everyone else is dealing with the protocol.
Okay,
but yeah, you're fine, and you can physically attempt to manipulate the ship. It's just what happens to everyone else. So, moving back to Lodras, our last one to solve his puzzle.
So again, I can give you that too, but I want to kind of point out too again that this breaks when you speak its name. When you speak its
a secret.
Nope. But you moved in the right direction. You moved a lot closer in the right direction in how you're thinking about stuff.
Think about what goes away when you actually start speaking.
Oxygen.
Nope.
Because if there's noise, what is there an absence of?
If there's noise, there's an absence of silence. It's silence.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah. Damn it. That worked perfectly for Lodras.
I hate this game.
Random riddle generator.
Thank you. You got mine. I got yours. So that
random riddle generator.
That's true. You totally crushed getting Alephion. So it all worked out in the end. You guys all helped each other to get through it. No, well done though. No, that was cool. You guys got it. I liked it. I liked that mechanic. I enjoyed doing that. You guys want to hear the fourth one? You guys don't have to solve.
Yeah, sure. Let's hear it.
Oh, sure. Let's see where it goes.
I have cities, but no houses. I have mountains, but no trees. I have water, but no fish. What am I?
A globe?
No, but you're in the ballpark.
A map.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So a map, silence, back to back, and your name, your concept of self.
I would have loved the map one.
We're the one then. So yeah, the rest of the Harlock sorts itself out. Bafflingly to maybe some of you all, the Astartes are seem to have had no troubles with this. But they're all well past the 6th century mark, as they're all Deathwing. So yeah, they've been around quite a long time and had quite an education. Though they are dark angels. That's weird. Castiel, he's just an onion. Just Every time you peel back one layer, there's just another fucking one there. And he makes you cry. So yeah.
Hopefully not because it's bolter fire ripping through our arms and arms.
Well, he does, in fact, do have his trusted storm bolter at his side as he steps forward to observe the approach.
They gave me a chainsword. They're the best guys in my book.
Alephion, I
Like,
don't
what do you?
tend to assume you can take anything without twisting it into one of your juvenile contests, but this is a sight I have never even been able to comprehend.
You're not wrong.
I think I've asked too much of you bringing us here.
We'll go for a second.
I will remove our taint from it, though, for you. He's just awed at this planet.
So
You've stunned a space marine. I think that's more impressive than killing one.
I was like, it is appreciated, and just for you, we're waiving the cleaning bill.
He just simply nods. Not an accepting nod either.
But I actually say that in the most sincere way possible.
I know you do, and he just kind of typical. So yeah, you all make landfall on the Black Library. The entire planet appears to be, what you thought was obsidian. Even more so, it is black crystal. The entire planet is black crystal. So how much are you taking out of the ship, Alephion? Obviously, you've got these two wanting to finish their hunt. The Dark Angels are all moving out, the 7 of them.
We have at least one crew of Banshees with us, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
You do.
yeah, we'll make sure that they're out, and then we at least leave the. I'm going to leave the rest of the crew right now, just in case if they need to bring the Harlock in for a quick pickup.
All right. You will proceed when all of a sudden the crystalline drops away and forms a path.
Oh.
Like drops away. I mean, like gone, like hundreds, if not thousands of meters into the planet's core.
They do know how to treat guests here.
What's your walking order? Who's first?
I guess I'll put myself at the front, probably with Castiel. So we're probably
All right.
heading.
So yeah, as you are walking along Alephion, the pathway drops out right in front of you as you're about to take a step. And then all of a sudden, mountains of black crystal began to shoot up. Some immediately drop back down, only to be replaced by another one. Some continue to grow out to form horizontal or diagonal barriers.
Okay.
And then about 200 meters away, you see the path that you were walking on is intact and continuing on into the library. It's an obstacle course. So, awareness checks to figure out the pattern. If you don't, it's going to buff your difficulty number for your athletics check. So,
okay.
And everybody has to make these checks because it's changing constantly. All right, Aaron, go ahead. Give me your awareness check.
Let's see if I don't.
We're going to need some resilience if we do bad with this, right?
It's going to suck. It's going to suck a lot.
All right, let's see what happens.
Oh, what's
one on the wrath dice, so.
Yup. All right. Lodras, you're figuring the pattern out, so you'll have a standard check.
Before I make my roll for this, what's the name of? Because we have Castiel as the lead. What's the name again of the librarian?
The librarian, his name is Heniel. Haniel. Heniel.
Heniel, Castiel. Before we endeavor on my people's wonderful sense of humor, I asked this before I do this. I can provide a degree of protection if any of us encounter difficulty on this trial. Would you permit me to cast my runes to do such for you and your brothers?
Castiel looks at Heniel. Heniel seems to think it over and then turns and nods to you.
Okay.
So yeah, you bound, unbound, or transcendent? How big you going?
We're just going to deal with the regular because
Okay.
I have 12 dice right now, so I'm feeling okay.
No, not a bad shout.
Oh,
And a crit nonetheless on it.
Nice.
So which one
I
are
think
you
that's a
using?
potency. I'm using the protect.
Okay, so yeah, you get your potency with it. So what does that offer to the other players?
So everybody gets a +1 to resilience and base. While the power is sustained, the Psyker and all friendly creatures within 5 meters gain +1. So everybody gets +2 resilience.
Okay, all right. So yeah, this might come in handy here in a second. Aaron, we forgot to do your armor, I think, on the new sheet, but it's a 3 for Corsair armor, I believe. Right, guys? Your
Okay.
armor is all 3 on your sheets? Yeah, I saw that when I was firing up the game. So yeah, make sure you add that in for your armor save. All right. So
And awareness check for
yep, go ahead, do your awareness check as well. Okay, yep, you can see the pattern too. So Aurora, Lodras, your DN's a 4. Lefion, you got a 7.
Okay.
This thing is woof.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so here we go. Athletics checks, everyone.
Oh boy, my favorite check.
All right. So let's...
Yeah, come on.
All right.
No.
That's nope for Lodras. Nope for Rory. Very much no.
I know I'm a good on mine.
I forgot on Wrath dice. Can we actually re-roll the
cannot
ones
re-roll
on that?
You gotta eat
That's what I
Wrath.
forgot. So that's what I thought. So
I think
No,
mine
you
was
only
a
got
6.
3 there, dude. You got a 6 and a 5. That's 3. You need a 4.
Oh,
One below you.
okay,
The one below you is Aaron's roll.
okay.
Aaron, you actually got the closest though. Even with your higher D number, that's 3, 5, 6. You're one
I'm
short.
one off.
You're one short. So
Hell, what the hell? I'll just go ahead and use that other Wrath point.
you're gonna use the other Wrath point? Go for it. All right.
I
It's
did
only
also
one
just-
dice, but go for it.
I also brought in a Wrath point, so I mean, or Glory point, or
So, yeah, if you don't mind, I'll just go ahead and burn a
you can
glory
take
on
you
that.
can take one. We're at 3 actually, because Joseph's right.
Okay.
You guys got one off his roll.
All right, let's see
so
what
you guys
happens.
are at 3.
Nope.
All right, are you? So do you want to use the Wrath now, and you can re-roll both those dice? So you'll get 2 dice.
let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, well,
All
might
right.
as well. So,
Okay.
so that's just rolling
Joseph,
2 of those.
Hellspawn, you guys are both one short as well. If you guys each want to use one of those glory and see if you can make it.
I'm gonna try using one of those glory.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll use one of those glory.
All right, go ahead. All right, we're back at 0.
Yeah.
All right, you're good.
No. I'm not good.
I did not make. Well, wait.
Hey, I got
Oh no, I did make it. So yeah.
You could have rolled 2 of them, by the way, Aaron, because you got to reroll the glory too. But it's fine. You made it easily with a 6. Yeah, Hellspawn made his.
All right.
I did not.
Joseph did not make his.
Oh
I only
no.
got 1 Wrath left.
You can save it. Just take it.
Dumb question. Can I use a leadership check to kind of buff him up and be like, listen, we've been through a lot. We're at the finish line right now, and I'll be damned if I'll let an obstacle course stop us. Also, look at my fucking hat.
I love how you're doing this like mid jumping, like, doing gymnastics, but I'm going to allow it because I love the cheek out of you. So do it. Be my guest. You will need a shift past 4 successes. So you'll need 4 points and then a 6 to get past it. Let's see what you do.
Leadership, willpower. Okay, got this.
Help me.
Help me.
Help me.
Last time it was just flying through another hole in the wall.
1, 2, 3. Just short. Just
Mm.
a bit. All right. So, yeah. All right. So what is your resilience now with your buff and your armor?
My resilience is going to be 9.
Okay. So I am
Should have
going
really taken the Portents of Fortune or the other one.
so that will be 4 additional points. So yeah, that's going to be 3 points of damage you need to soak, Joseph.
Well, at least I have 6 points of shock. So.
Yeah. How many soak dice do you have?
So think it's 6 in total, or wait, no. I'm forgetting things.
So shock is how much damage you could take of shock damage. Soak is how many
soak is
dice you
3.
get to roll. Huh?
Oh.
3? Okay. All right. Well, see if you do it. All right. So 2 points of shock, 2 points of damage.
Ow.
You get smashed by an uprising obelisk of black diamond.
Guess what? I'm heavily wounded. Ow.
Yeah, it happens. All right. So you guys are through the obstacle course.
Everything bounces off the Marine's armor.
Yeah, so they're Terminators. They literally can't jump. So actually, these guys, with the psychic buff you've given them, they watch the patterns, and then they just kind of belly flop onto upward jutting obelisks and launch themselves. Like, there's, again,
The Flappy Bird.
hundreds of years of warfare. They know how to direct, arcs for grenades and mortars. Yeah, no, they just literally do the fucking math and just hut, boink, 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 and they just boop themselves onto the path. It's the most ridiculous fucking thing you've ever seen. And yet none of them ever, again, what little you could see, like, because now the wind's like blowing the cloaks back just a bit so you can see their faces. There's no sign of emotion whatsoever. Their faces never change from glowering. Not one bit.
They just don't know how to
at
live.
least it seems that the portents were very good for you. Is that some blood I'm tasting?
All right. So yeah, you guys press forward. You actually come to the entrance of the library. It is a massive sphere. Like, you guys have been winding down into the planet itself. And that, like, the core, the heart of the planet is actually what makes up the library itself. But as you're walking along, Aurora, what is your best memory of life? Describe it, like, fairly detailed, please.
My best memory would probably be the first time I was able to cast any of my abilities. Practically, the first time I could unlock the potential beyond just my sort of standard being of being an Eldar. I could tap into the Immaterium, channel its energy, feel it coursing through me, energizing me with renewed life past that which I have ever felt, and being able to channel it and direct it to my will.
Was it a parent that was teaching you that, or was this at the academy? When was this point in your life?
Sort of, kind of both.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
Your parents were instructors.
Yes.
Very interesting.
There might be a reason why I left the craft world, not because of the rigidity of life, but because I was just like, I just need to get some space.
Fair enough. Well, as you find yourself again at school with your mother standing by in her farseer robes, observing you, as you begin to feel the flow of energy coursing through and back out of you in a way you can direct the stream. How did she react to it the first time? Was she a disciplinarian, or did she allow her emotions to escape a little bit?
There was a slight moment, one solitary moment in time where her emotions cracked through.
Yeah.
But I hold on to that.
Okay. And that's what you're seeing, is that crack that appears in the facade to her face. But then, like, it changes even more so. Like, the crack widens into a gulf, and she begins to laugh maniacally. Her skin changes into more of a greenish pallor. Energy crackles out of here, and then from somewhere deep, dark, off in the distance, you feel the gaze of she that hungers.
No!
Give me a conviction test. Give me a conviction test.
I forgot to turn off the bell. Conviction. It's a 4. Hey, I brought it back a glory.
How do you snatch it back? Yeah, you got us a glory. You got your crew of glory, and you passed your test. How do you snatch your emotions back and defeat this vision?
Well, not directly like channeling it for a psychic attack. Practically, I let whenever I've gone transcendent, I know the course of the field. I let that power encapsulate itself and send it directly into my spears. I slam it down onto the ground, rooting it and myself to the spot to compose myself again.
Yeah. And you're standing in front of the doorway again. Like, you just smashed the ground. Like, the glasses, the obsidian diamond has your crystals have shattered under your feet. But fuck them if they can't take a joke, if they're going to do this shit, like as you rip your spear loose. Lodras, same question. What is Lodras's... Actually, no. We're going to do some different. What is Lodras's dream? What does he hope for more than anything? What helps him sleep at night? Like...
Better hat.
The hat, yes. No, other than the hat.
He never wants to be powerless ever again and be poor.
Okay. So is that ruler on a craft world? Is that the head of a coterie? What does it look like for him?
For him, it's just being in charge of his own ship, realizing he can depend on himself and his crew, and he won't ever have to, if he feels that way, he'll never have to deal with losing another member, and we're kind of brushing it off sarcastically as a joke, because it's like, you know what? I don't have to be like that anymore.
Yeah, so almost not even like a corsair anymore at that point. Almost more like a freight captain. That you're just free and you could do what you want and take work as you want. Yeah, and that's what you see as you sit upon the bridge of your Alderai transport. Is just space stretching out before you. You can find anything you wish and take anything you want, and if you don't, you can just sit and gaze and. Nothing's gazing back at you. It's just open and freeing. Except it's not, as the Immaterium shreds before you in a massive warp storm. And you see the battleship, the Emperor's Children's battleship, looming out. And behind it, the eyes that always look, reaching at you. So it's your turn to make your conviction check.
All right. This is
ship returned. Aurora, what have you done?
Why? 46. Well,
you passed, so there's no wrath dice on conviction checks. So
okay.
Yeah, no, you're fine. How do you snatch that back? How do you bring yourself back to where you're standing?
I start freaking out. I'm like, kind of like, oh no, what do I do? And then I touch my hat. I'm like, oh, okay, so cool.
I am the captain now.
Alephion,
you
see a sandwich. Perfection floating ahead of you. You can smell it. You can almost taste it. And then a voice says, "Not you again. We told you last time. Stop." And then you're standing in front of the doorway too.
And I believe I told you before. Can't stop. Won't stop.
All right. The doors of the Black Library swing open. Do you go in?
Somebody's gonna get an earful.
Oh, striding in at this point.
Where?
Actually, as I'm going in, I'm holding up something right now that a piece of, I guess, Elderite crystal or whatever that has library card etched on it.
It is actually the same obsidian crystal the planet is made of. God knows how you actually got it, but but you did. As you all pass into the library, you see arrayed before you enormous constructs, bubble vaults full of stasis caskets. Inside those caskets, you can see items, treasure, paraphernalia, like things that just unidentifiable to you all, from species and civilizations that not only died, but those that killed them have been killed. Such long forgotten that all history has possibly been wiped from it. Alethion, you, of course, as you're walking through, got that one. That was mine too.
I haven't seen that one yet, but this is not a shopping tour today, so
I got that on discount.
Spires, obelisks, monoliths rise everywhere. Stair steps into them, written upon them, sketched like the stories of bygone era. Just knowledge beyond all comprehension. Much of it about the Immaterium, which notably, as some of you glance at it, you quickly are like, nope, not actually going to read that. Because no thanks.
How do you get one of those library cards?
You literally, it's like, oh, well, in this case, I literally chiseled it out of
Alephion!
Yes!
Behind you, an energy has, it's not even a field. It's just energy has appeared. The Astartes are all locked within it.
Oh, good grief. So, what did you step
behind
into?
you, Lodras, you hear an ever familiar voice laughing. It is so good, my child. Yet again, you have come to find me. No! You always hear the call. Truly, this is fate.
Travel companions till the end, I guess.
You turn and you do not see petrified Aldurai witch. You do not see a great psionic being leering at you. You see another fucking Astartes. Black armor, white robes, but the eyes gone. Staring out of the same dark green glowing eyes you've seen that has haunted you for the last week, as you have already made note so much of.
I'm not going to sleep for an entire year at this rate.
We throw Slanesh.
I threw a chaos god at you. How did you live?
She showed me things, and once I understood what was necessary, I merely passed beyond her sight, and I have come seeking here to find what I need to unite my children, you, my first ones. I don't recognize you, but I'm sure you will be one too.
Looking back at both Aurere and Lodras, because are we all hearing this?
Oh no, you could, you see and hear the Astartes speaking in a wispy Aldurai female voice.
First off, Castiel, we really need to talk to you about your employee handbook, because I don't think this is appropriate. 2, you two are going to be writing reports for at least a week.
What?
When we get back to the ship.
If we get back.
What fresh hell is this? Escape fucking hell to do paperwork. Whatever. What do you want, witch?
Well, clearly she wants you.
No, it seems like you brought
really enough, that's what she says, and the Astartes lurches towards you. Combat time.
No. See, it seems like a it didn't hell follow you right now. It's that it keeps finding you, and now it's my problem.
It really is at this point. It
started out as a small hell, and then kept growing because we kept making it bigger.
What I'm interested is that apparently it does not being followed by Slanesh. So I think if we can stop it and interrogate it to a degree, I'm interested to know.
It's not being followed by Slanesh because they became fucking friends, man.
So it just became Slanesh, and why don't you get this lesson?
Sorry, lads. My PDF has crashed, so I need 2 seconds to pull up stats
for a possessed
chaos Astartes.
Defenseless! Attack!
Actually, if you give me 1 second, I'll be
no
right
problem.
back,
While I let this thing reload. Yeah, do what you guys got to do if you guys need drinks or whatever.
That for a moment.
Yep.
I just need to double check chainsword stats, which I made sure to open the page. Does this sound right?
Mm-hmm.
5 damage, 4 ED, and brutal and parry. That's what I remember.
So it is your strength plus 5.
Oh yeah, for the damage, right?
Yeah, for the damage.
Yeah.
So.
And then when I'm rolling to hit with the chainsword, it's the strength.
Nope. It is your weapon skill. So.
Got it.
So it'd be your WS plus your initiative for melee attacks.
Got it. Thank you.
There we go. Where's my
thing really fast?
Possessed Astartes at? A little bit different for Possessed Astartes, though, because he's got Alderai psychic powers, so that'll be fun. There we go. Possessed Chaos Space Marine. There we go. We got him. All right. He's ready to go. Whatever. It's a very fluid situation. These things are complicated. I'm
all right. Second.
Cool. How you doing over there? So had you actually heard that riddle before, Aaron, or did you just get it that quickly?
No, I had heard that one before, so
Okay.
that was I remember that one. I'm kind of, as you can say, I'm kind of crap at riddles for the most part.
So am I, but like I saw him and I was like, oh, that's so good, and I like the idea
those.
the Black Library would make you have to do this type of thing to
I
get
really
into
like
it.
that. Yeah, it's a simple, fun little thing to do. So no arguments for me.
No, like I'm vaguely aware of the Black Library until I started doing my research on it, and this morning actually, because I felt so behind on writing. But yeah, no, like the Black Library is a fascinating thing, which makes some of the stories involving it all the more impressive, because this is where the Yanari brought back Rabute Gilliman back to life. They found the knowledge to do that in the Black Library, and they did it in there. So it is not uncanon for something other than Alderai to get into the Black Library. It's just not a common thing to occur.
Yeah. Oh, I meant to ask you. Actually, let me type this in just to make sure. So
sure.
Sorry, not trying to keep you anything from you, Hellspawn. Just regular surprises. So
how dare you?
Joseph was actually in a game, Hellspawn, where half of them were guard and half of them were Astartes, and so they were actually direct messaging me to be sneaky with each other, because like the other players wouldn't know what they were trying to pull on each other.
I remember the first Patreon game I played. It was the one you were in, where you were. It was a game Aaron was running for Red Markets, and I think all along you were a what was it?
The steward.
Yeah, you were a steward.
Yeah, I was being sketch. Yeah. Yes, Aaron.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
thanks.
That's a yes.
Also, I'm trying to remember that game. So,
yeah, you were running it.
It took place in Trabajo.
Yeah, it was a Trabajo game. It was Dan. It was Hellspawn, me,
and I believe Brownie.
Yeah, that wasn't the Great Layaway Race, was it?
It might have been. I don't remember.
Okay.
I remember the game because it was the first time I met Hellspawn, but like I don't remember the details of it. I was just like,
I'd have to go back.
You asked me for help because you weren't filling seats, and I was like, of course you backed me up on games. So yeah, I was like, hell yeah, I'll jump in and do a game. Especially Red Markets, and I was like, I'm gonna be a steward. I'm gonna do something sketchy. I'm gonna have some fun with Red Markets.
That might have been that. So, but yeah, I don't remember.
All right.
I came back just when you were bringing up the Dark Angels guard game. I'm like, man, it'd be funny if we ran into those guys again.
It's all interconnected.
The cinematic universe is completing.
Yes. So
Transcendent time?
No, not just yet. I spent a Ruud to go first. So yeah.
They want to finally seal the deal with Lodras.
Look, just go out with her, clearly.
So are you going first and then we're rolling initiative?
No, there's no initiative. Remember,
Okay.
it's I go, you go.
Oh, yeah.
And I spent ruin to go first. Technically, you guys should have gone first, but I'm stealing that from you guys.
Nope, fair enough.
So, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, who's going to catch a psychic
Catch
blow?
Elytras by the toe.
Well, as always, Lodras, you're her favorite child, so she's targeting you.
Hello.
What is your
9, I believe, for combat traits. Resilience.
No,
Yes.
the defense. But actually, I don't attack your defense. I just have a standard difficulty number. I'm going transcendent.
Uh-oh, it's going to be a battle of the
50.
Strikers.
I can't
Yeah.
wait.
I would have. It's
Well-
gonna be the goddamn stake again, isn't it?
That'll be 2 perils of the warp. But I very much succeed and with the shift. So Hellspawn, you are now at a +2 DN on melee attacks as she drains you. Yeah. So basically what she's done is she's allowed a portion of Kane's anger and disdain to flow through her, and she's suppressing your fighting skills. So she's actually like making you less angry.
Can I try? Is it possible to use the chainsword right now to chainsaw away anything?
What do you mean?
Oh, sorry. Can I act right now?
In a second, I'm going to do my
No.
peril of the warp, and then you can
Oh,
act.
my apologies.
Let's see what happens now.
Unnatural urges.
Uh-oh.
The psyker
does
is
sound
overcome with terrible and unwholesome desires, craving the flesh of insects, cutting living flesh.
You spent too
Psyker
much time with
suffers.
Dinesh.
The psyker suffers 1d3 + 1 shock and must make a successful conviction test. They immediately give in to the desire and gain 1 point of corruption, along with whatever immediate consequences the urge may produce. The player, well, it's not for the player, it's me purely. I'm not even going to make the conviction test. I'm just going to take the point of corruption.
All that
Oh,
time
no, the
talking with
corruption.
Dinesh. This is my doing.
Yep.
I can see you gained exactly 1 corruption.
Yeah, so you have a possessed Astartes, possessed by an Alderai witch, who's currently staring at the lot of you, licking its lips at you.
No.
And that will be 2 shock she has taken. Very well. 2 shock to Illyrium.
And the next one summons Magnus.
Yes. I guess it'd probably be Luther since it's a fallen. But anyways, so yeah, Hellspawn, you want to go first in the initiative? What are you doing?
So am I still affected by the I'm not trying to be as aggressive? Like,
Yep. So yeah, so you basically what that means is you're at a +2 D end of melee attacks. So her defense right now is where's my book? There it is. Her defense is currently a 3, so for you it'd be a 5 to hit her with your chainsword.
got it.
Yeah.
Is it possible to go transcend it and use the chainsword and kind of buff it, or
Nope.
just
Okay. Unless you have a psychic power that would buff a melee attack, yeah, you can't just use psychic to buff that. Especially since it's a chainsword, it's not a force weapon, so it doesn't channel off that anyways. You could, if you're looking for buffs for yourself, you could do a charge or an all-out attack. Those will give you extra dice to your hit.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Okay.
Yeah, I will do it.
All-out attack will be a +2 dice to your attack, but your defense is going to go down. Charge is just going to use up your move to get there, and then you'll get an extra dice.
Got it.
So yeah, which one you want?
All out assault charge. That gives me
All
the-
out attack. All right, all out attack. So give yourself +2 dice. Take a whack at her. Your number's a 5.
Charge.
I'm back at a 5 DN. Let's do this.
Hey.
All right. Well, that's not a successful
Ooh.
hit, but you did get a 6, which
Can
I
I
believe
s-
still necessitates the. Yeah, you could spend your glory if you wanted to try and.
Oh,
You-
let's
you
just
can either
spend a
take-
wrath.
You could take. Oh, you want to spend a wrath? Spend a
Yeah.
wrath. Yeah, reroll 3 dice.
All right.
Didn't he earn a wrath on that 6?
Well, so since it's a combat action, it would actually get him a wrath card, a damage card.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
So without that, yeah, you guys just get a glory dice out of that as you swing and a miss with that. But yeah, you guys are up to 2 glory dice.
Okay.
So yeah, Aurora or Alefion, which of you would like to go next?
You can go.
Yeah, I'm going to go next so I can channel the omens of doom.
All right,
Yes.
go for it.
And I'm going to go transcendent.
How many dice? How many wrath dice, I should say?
Well, let's kick it up to 5 in total.
Okay.
So that's going to be...
That'll bring you up to 16 then. Yeah, 'cause you got a plus 4. Yep. All right. 16 dice. 5 wrath dice. Well, there is 1, but you also got a 6 in there for your crit, for your potency. So and then what is that? What is the difficulty number on that? Oh wait, you're targeting her. So your number was a 3. So you got plenty of shifts there to potency if you wanted to do so. So you could buff it up to vulnerable 2 and hindered 2 instead of vulnerable 1, hindered 1.
I'll do that.
Okay. Remember, you're suffering a shock for every minute you sustain this. So
Gotcha.
Also, touch of hoarfrost. The temperature
Ah!
instantly drops 20 degrees, and all surfaces within 25 meters of the psyker become coated with a thin rime of frost. The temperature gradually returns to normal over the next 10 minutes, but for the next minute, any action attempted that interacts with the slippery surfaces has its DN increased by 2. That includes melee attacking, Aaron. So
Well,
Okay. Nice.
well, you know what? At least that witch probably doesn't understand how to walk in Astartes armor. I'm hoping.
You know what? It could be the stink gas again. Bodas is just happy it doesn't stink
could
gas.
be the stink gas again. All right, so Aaron, what is Alefion doing?
Every single time. So I assume I'm in melee range of the infected or the.
Oh yeah, I mean, you could be like it's not hard.
Yeah.
You're just going to take your difficulty test to your melee attack.
Okay, that's fine.
For the okay.
We'll just do that too. But as I do, the other two basically, I just give them a look and say, again, I expect complete discretion about what you're seeing here at this point, unless you're trying to brag for drinks at some point, and then this can come up. So you look at his sword, and it looks like just an Elder Eye power sword in its sheath, but as he unlocks a couple of buckles, he dries it, and you see he's holding a Void Saber. So...
a very cursed item, as you all would know as Alderai. The wares are quite terrifying, but yeah, it's
Not supposed to have it.
one of those things you're not supposed to have.
You know, Bodas doesn't care. There's a witch demon who's been trying to kill him for a long
Not trying
time.
to kill him.
Oh, sorry.
Try to
Make a family.
Yeah, try to suckle you. Yeah, try to suckle you. That's all.
I'm here and suckle
Just
with
that.
the witch.
All right.
So Aaron, your target number will be a 5. Do you want to do a charge or an all-out attack to buff your roll for melee?
Yeah, we'll do an all-out attack here.
Okay, so that's plus 2 dice. Yep, but your defense goes down.
Okay, that's fine.
Yep, go for it.
So 6. Not too bad. So
yeah, no shifts, but that definitely hits. So
yep.
How much ED do you have on that?
That is 4 ED. So
all right, so go ahead and roll them.
9 plus 4 ED.
Yep. Roll your 4 ED first. Let's see.
And that's the D6 on the damage, right? So
well, no, it's each ED, like you get additional points for successes. Just
okay.
Like just like the normal rolls. So
okay, so it's just 4 dice on there. Okay.
Is yours brutal though? I think yours is
It
brutal,
is brutal.
right?
So,
okay,
yeah.
so 3s and 4s will get you a point, 5s and 6s will get you 2 points.
Gotcha.
Cool.
So 46.
All right, so 3 additional damage. So what does that bring you up to?
All right, so that's 9, 12.
All right, any AP?
Yes, that is -3 AP.
All right, so you actually do 3 wounds to the thing. It will attempt to soak. How much shock does it have? Oh my goodness, it has 12 shock. Jesus.
Marine.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna soak then with 12 shock. Why not?
Yeah.
Yep, it soaks all of it. So it is now at 6 points of shock.
Shocking, one might say.
Hey.
Yes.
Oh.
All right. So going to the next round. Who would like to go first? I'm not going to spend room this round. You want to go?
All right.
Yeah,
Joseph?
I'll go.
Okay.
Let's
All right. Go for it.
Mhm. Yep.
Smite. All right. Remember, you can't cool down below the 16 you're at. So
Oh yeah, I'm ready. Let's go. Oof.
that'll be a peril of the warp. I'm going to say, though, that a smite isn't really about interacting with the physical environment. So your number was a 3 to hit her, which you easily do with 2 shifts. Is 2 shifts enough to get anything for smite? I can't remember. How much does it say you need for potency?
3. It's 3 in parentheses.
Okay, then yeah, you didn't quite make it. You needed 1 more. All right. So we'll roll your mortal wounds in a second. But first,
Uh-oh.
hey, Hellspawn. Guess what time
It's
it is.
your card.
Miasma of decay. The stench of rotting meat and decaying flesh seems to rise from the ground within 25 meters of the psyker. All creatures within range must make a toughness test. That's everybody.
Yep.
Your
But hey,
number's
at least we all
3.
have a +2, or no, that's resilience.
Yeah, it's resilience. Yep. Those who fail suffer a shock. So yeah, everybody give me a toughness test. 3 is the number you're looking for.
Resilience, you mean? Is that?
Nope, toughness. It's
Wait,
the attribute. Just the attribute.
Oh, okay.
Just straight up.
Yeah, it's
Well.
straight up toughness. That's a shock for you, Joseph.
I'm dying.
Shock for a Lephion.
Gotcha.
Somebody get me a med kit.
I think you typed that wrong. You wrote D3 instead of 3D6. I think you meant 3D6.
Whoops. Yeah.
Oh wait, I did a D3 as well. Whoops, I goofed.
All right, that'll be a shock for Lodras. Everybody takes a shock. It stinks.
Hold on a second, Jason. I actually made a goof. I put it as
Okay.
3D3.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Definitely re-roll that shit then. Yeah. Okay, no, you're fine. No shock for you. Yep, good job.
I don't need the health kit, though I could use the health kit anyway.
All right. So yeah, how much damage does a smite do? How many mortal wounds is it?
It's going to be 1d3 mortal wounds.
All right, give me a D3 roll for your mortal wounds.
Mortal wounds.
Okay. I can soak mortal wounds as a possessed. That's amazing.
Okay, it's time to use the singing spear.
Yeah, I totes soak all that. So yeah. 8 shock though. You guys are filling her up, so she can't do special shit. So that's probably good. Unfortunately, she is up. And I can multi-attack targets I'm engaged with without penalties. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit Lodras and friggin' Alephion.
Okay.
But the Hoarfrost is still in effect. So what is you guys' defense? Add 2 to it, each of you.
Okay. So added 2 is 5.
5. Okay.
I believe it is 4 for me.
All right. This will be for Alephion first. Oh, combat complication! But a
Swing and a miss.
do hit. No, I definitely hit his ass. It's just complicated.
As
Swing and a
always.
hit around.
Nope, that's not applicable.
Ammunition debt pack. Ammunition debt pack.
She falls prone. So yeah, she's gonna eat shit on the ice.
I was right. It was going to work against the Astartes.
All right, that'll be 1 shift though. So that's 2 ED for her.
Okay.
Not a damn thing. All right, Air, what is your resilience? Do remember you're getting buffed by
I too.
Aurora by 2.
2. So with the 2, it is 6 on resilience.
With your armor too, though?
Oh, sorry. With the armor on top of that, because I had 3, so
Be 9.
9. Yeah.
Okay. So that goes down to 7 with the AP. So you take 5 wounds from the horrifying mutation that lashes out at you. So yeah, go ahead, give me a soak roll.
All right, and you have to remind me. It's been a while.
All right,
so
you have a soak rating. Do you see that on the table? Okay, that's how many dice you get. How much shock does your character have?
7.
Okay, so
I have 6 right now. So
yeah, you can attempt to soak up to that 7 shock, and then you're stuck at basic actions until you can get rid of some of the shock. So
Okay.
go ahead and roll all those dice. There's no wrath dice for this.
All right. So, and you said there's the attribute that says soak because I don't see it on the.
It's determination for you since you have the second ed sheet. It's
Gotcha. So that's the 3 dice I roll. Got it.
Uh-huh.
All right.
It's actually funny that you brought up the second edition stuff earlier today because I was about to buy the first edition.
So it looks like just 1 as far as
All
I
right,
can tell.
so you take a shock, and then you're going to take 4 wounds. So yeah,
Gotcha.
you got hit pretty good.
Actually, during my interview, they're asking me about Wrath and Glory.
All right, and then for Lodras, that very much hits you with a shift. So that will also be 2 ED.
That's including the hindered stuff, right?
Oh no, I forgot about the hindered. Hang on a second then.
Yeah, get hindered.
That would not change the outcome for Alephion.
Okay.
Because the number was a 5, right?
Mhm.
Oh, it would change the number. Never mind, Aaron. Get all your hits back. That the hindered would have stopped her from actually getting you. So
Okay. No worries.
yeah.
Aurora did a good today.
Aurora did a good. He did a heckin' good. And the Hellspawn, you said you were at a 4 with the plus
That's
2?
correct.
Okay, so that means she needed a 6 to hit you. She got that. No shifts for you. So I'm going to say that ED doesn't count. So yeah, what is your armor value? So
7.
that's the resilience, and then did you add the plus 2 from Aurora's power?
Oh no, I did not. So that's 9.
Okay,
I think we're
so
just 9 across the board.
great. So minus 2 AP takes it down to 7. So you also will take 5 wounds like we were doing for Alephion. So go ahead and give me a soak check.
All right, so check D3.
3d6.
God, I don't know why I can be only.
I caught you before you rolled. All right, you soak 2 of those. So take 2 points of
Nice.
shock and 3 wounds for you.
2 points of shock and 3 wounds. All right.
All right, cool. So yeah, you 2 are both up. You 2 may both now act.
And they're prone.
Yes.
Yeah, she's fallen prone. So she's actually
Oh,
easier
wait.
to hit now.
Would you say that the fallen has fallen down and cannot get up?
Actually, I was going to ask you about that. Since I wanted to know if I actually, since we still have, do we still have the Dark Angel psyche energy inside of?
You do.
Can I lean towards more of that and feel more?
Give me now that I will give you a psychic mastery check to buff your
Yes.
attack. Yes, I will definitely allow that.
And I want to say, as I'm swinging for the Emperor and just freak everyone out.
I'm pretty
There-
sure
there's some random
Alethion's going to
bookkeeper.
totally own that strike.
Oh no, you're fighting for me. You just said it.
Thanks, man.
And they're behind a barrier, so they can't do a damn thing.
Big.
All right, so with 3 successes, I will give you a +1 to that to your ED and to your AP of the chainsword.
Got it.
Nice. You've gotten an Astartes chainsword on top of an Astartes chainsword.
Yes. So remember, you guys, she's prone, so she's easier to hit. So called shots might not be a bad idea right now, like stabbing her in the face.
Yeah, I'm going right for the neck.
Literally stab her in the
Disconnecting.
face. Okay. Her prone negates that called shot, so it's just a hit check for her. So
All right.
5 with the Hoarfrost penalty.
Oh, damn.
And
I think I also have brutal with the what?
well, that's a miss. That is a miss, though, technically. So you might want to spend 1 or 2 of those glory. You need 1 more success.
Spend it.
You
I
do
will
ever
spend-
you'll have a critical strike if you do this. So you want to do it. Trust me.
Okay. Then, does anyone oppose me spending a glory or 2 glory?
No, go
I am
ahead.
not opposed at all.
All right. Add 2 glory.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Crushed it with a shift nonetheless. Let's see what you get for your wrath card. Ferocious rending. This attack shreds your opponent's flesh into ribbons. Gore furrows of red ruin are torn open, grinding the foe's bones and leaving them open to attack. The target suffers 1d3 wounds, and they are vulnerable too. On top of the vulnerable 2 that Joseph's already put on her. So, yeah. And Hellspot, you can either save your shift to give you an ED on your chainsword, or you can spend it on the card to get an additional guaranteed wound right now. So you'd have 1d3 plus 1 instead of 1d3 wounds off the card. It's up to
I'll
you.
double down on the card.
Okay. So go ahead and give me a d3 roll real quick. Plus 1. Well, I'll do the plus 1.
All right. This time I do the D3.
All right. So probably a good thing you did because that doubled your wound count there. So 2 wounds plus the actual attack itself. So how much EDs the chainsword have? I gave you an additional one, so that should be 2, right?
The ED it's saying on it's 5? Does that sound right?
No, that's not right. Not for a chainsword. Chainsword should be.
It's I remember it was damage
5 plus 1 ED. So your damage is strength plus 5, and then an ED. So
And
you're
said
at
an
2
80
ED.
for the,
Okay, so
I gave you an
11.
additional ED for the charge. So you're at 2
Got
ED. Your strength is what now? Was it 3 or 4?
my strength is at a 4.
Okay, so you've got 9 damage plus 2 ED and a minus 1 AP because of your buff. So roll 2 EDs.
All right.
And chainswords are brutal. So threes are good and 5s become 6s.
Okay, so 11d6.
No. Just 2d6. 2d6 for the ED. Yep. Everything else is already guaranteed damage. All right. So that'll be 11 damage with minus 1 AP. That will just be enough to hurt her. But that does soak up a shock off of her. And then you did 2 actual wounds, which she will now attempt to soak. That's probably going to run her out of her shock. She does soak, but she is now out of shock. So she cannot soak and she cannot do complicated actions anymore, and she's flat on her back. Aletheon.
Welcome to an execution. So
Yeah. Actually,
All
no, you did a called shot, didn't you, Hellspawn? So roll me 3 more.
Yes, I
ED.
did.
Sorry, I forgot about that.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah. Because called shot gets you extra ED too. So yep, headshots 3 ED. Right. That will be 5 wounds she takes there off of the headshot as you chainsawed into her face. Aletheon, what are you doing?
yeah, at this point, I think just it seems like a call shot
Hey,
probably
BTJ,
would be
what's
way
up?
easier.
It's
So
been a long week for all of us.
yeah, so at this, I'm gonna try for the call shot on her head because how many wounds does she have left?
She has a lot. She's an Astartes champion.
Okay.
It is specifically she has 9 wounds left. She had 12 total wounds. You've done, or no, she has 7 left because you did 5 there. So yeah,
Okay.
she has 7 wounds left. So yeah, called shot to the head. Be my guest.
Yep. Let's
All
try
right,
this again.
Be my guest.
All right, and for that, I can't call all out on that one, can I? To get the extra 2 dice.
Yeah, of course you can. No,
Okay, yeah.
no, you can't because it's a called shot. Sorry. Yes, you're already doing
So
one
just-
thing. You can't do 2 things. Yeah. You're doing
Okay, no problem. Just making sure. It's been a while since.
No,
we
it's
played.
all good. But again, your called shot penalty is negated by her being prone. So again, it's
Okay.
just, it's the 5 dice because you're still fighting on ice.
Okay, so so I can only roll 5 dice and not my normal 8.
No, I'm saying 5 is your target number. You got 8
Oh,
dice
5
to
is
get
tar-
5
okay.
successes.
Just making sure. So all right,
you're
let's
trying to
see what
stab her in
happens.
the face. Yep.
Oh my god!
My Emperor!
Right.
It's becoming that
That will
JoJo's
be
meme.
5 6s and 2 5s for those of you out there watching this nonsense, including the wrath dice itself. So Aaron, your wrath card.
Absolutely.
You also get ferocious Rin.
my
Seems
God.
appropriate.
So let me do this little mathy for you here real quick, Aaron. So the 5s go, and then it takes 2 6s to get you up to the hit. So that leaves you with an additional 2 6s here for shifting. You can shift one of them here to get another guaranteed wound out of the card, and then one will go to ED, or you can shift 2 of them to ED and gamble.
I'll take one of those to get a guaranteed wound out of it.
You
So.
1d3, and then it'll be a +1 because you are doing a shift.
Okay, so 5 dice on the ED.
No, it's what? No, right now we're just going to do 1d3 for the card. Let's take care of the card
1d3.
first.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
So these are guaranteed wounds.
1d3.
All right, so that'll be 3 guaranteed wounds you got on her. All right.
Okay.
So now you've got 1 shift. How much ED does the Void Saber have?
That has 4 ED.
All right, so you get a +1 from your dice roll, and then +3 for your called shot to the head.
Okay.
So I
damn.
believe that puts you at 8
8.
total ED.
Yep.
Is the Void Saber brutal?
It absolutely is.
3s and ups are good. Then let's go.
Yeah.
Oh god.
All I needed to do was set it up.
Good night.
She's done.
Dear
Very
God.
dead. Very,
Just-
very fucking dead.
Yeah, at this point, I just rank it across as a full-on decapitation.
Describe the combo wombo you two just performed. Because yeah, I'm going to say that was a simultaneous action there between the two of you.
Pretty much low dress, kind of blacked out there for a sec. He's just like, this witch is back in my life. And then he feels the call of the dark angels, their psyche, and it's like, you know what to do. And then just scream, for the Emperor! And I just hit her in the face.
And as she does that too, whatever happens to him if he ends up blacking out because of what he has channeled right now, I just step in with one smooth motion, taking the pommel of the void saber, sweeping it across, and letting the head come up just enough so I can actually catch it in my hand.
Fatality.
And just look around and say, no. If you want a transfer of employeeship, you need to have the appropriate forms. And I don't see anything etched in these. Good day. And drop it.
Hey, look, Lodras, a new hat.
There is an immense burst of psychic energy. And before you, the psychic form of Illyrium appears before you all.
Oh, no.
As she mockingly chides, children, you just don't understand. I've tried to make you understand. And then all of a sudden, eruptions of energy light out from the Black Library as you hear a different, much louder voice say, no, my child, it's time for you to learn. Alephion, you've heard that voice once or twice before from Sheila when she's been channeling Yeniad.
Oh.
So, Hellspawn, that would be your god of death that just reached out of nowhere and just snatched Illyrium's soul up. And
I immediately just sheathe the sword and I reach behind both of them, whatever weapon they're holding, and just lower them down.
But the crazy witch.
Turn around quickly.
Okay.
Nothing on the witch name.
Okay.
This is the quiet time. If you don't want to write sentences when we get back, not. Understand? Understand? Look behind the barrier towards Castiel. Everyone. Understand?
The Astartes are still trapped in stasis, so they don't even know what's happening.
They've just been watching.
Good.
They aren't even watching. They're literally trapped in stasis, just like fighting energy. Like they think they're locked in combat with something.
Yeah, I just looked at
They
them.
think
Like,
you
understand?
guys are also locked in combat with something. They have no idea what's going on.
Problem
But the energy
solved.
does shut off weirdly as the light fades from the library. And the Dark Angels all look very perplexed as they look around and then see you lot standing over the dead fallen.
Problem solved.
Heretic.
Yeah.
Haniel stalks forward and kneels on the corpse. Aurora, you all can feel psychic energy emanating from him as he's doing something. But then he turns and he nods to Castiel. And without a word, Castiel turns to his knights. They move forward, scoop up the body. One stays back and draws out. I mean, it almost looks like one of their robes. But then he kneels and starts cleaning up the floor of the library. And then once he's done with that, he folds the robe up, draws out something that looks like a grenade, drops it before any of you can even say anything. It erupts in a flash of heat. And whatever blood or, atomic molecular material that was left, gone in a burst of melted fire.
They are efficient. I will give them that.
Castiel stops and looks to you, Alephion, and says,
Actually, I actually just look at him saying, pull up the void saber. It's like, can you purify this without destroying it?
I'm afraid not. But then he takes it, fires his power fist, and grabs your void rapier and does it himself. Like you see the void rapier scarring into the armor of his glove as he does it, as he cleans it with his own hand, and then hands it back to you.
Sorry, there wasn't any other choice.
No, there isn't for them. I must insist that this is not one of your drinking stories.
Only if I'm about to drink myself to death. Deal?
Even then, this is something that cannot be known. Ever.
So, just tap him twice on the pauldron.
He nods, and this is a real nod from him. You've come to learn the differentiations in his nods. And with that other, he moves back to your ship to wait patiently for you to return them to their cruiser.
So, and I do turn to these two beforehand.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead.
If I hear that there are drinking stories, I'm not coming after you. So, I'm letting them take care of whatever they need to. Do you understand?
Totally get it. You have to watch out for him, though.
Listen, long week. I'll go with
him.
anything. I'm keeping the chainsword. I got my hat. I'm going. I'm going. And then... Okay.
Wait, don't forget about the report we have to fill out, Lodras.
You know what?
His shoulders slump.
I'm dragging the chainsword behind me.
Actually, Harlequins line up behind you.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding.
That's turned over until you learn your lesson.
What lesson? The job's done! We did it!
No, there is one lesson to this one. It is the same lesson that all of us had to have drilled into our heads at any given point. Don't mess with Slanesh!
It wasn't me who did that!
I don't even remember whose idea it was, to be honest. Was it your idea?
It was.
I just helped out with the
last
resorts.
As you all are departing the planet, or actually, you returned back to the agreed upon meeting point with the Absolution's Hem. As the Deathwing begin to depart, Haniel walks to both of you, and without even a word, places his massive hands upon both of your heads. Instant psychic energy just shoots through you all. It's electrifying. It feels like an attack at first, but then it's cool warmth. And then he takes his hands away from you, nods, and without a word, follows his ancient back onto their shuttle. Your bloodlust is gone. The desire for the hunt has left you. He turns and he says something to you. You don't understand it at all. So your ability to speak High Gothic gone as well.
I have to go back to read.
I just revved the chainsaw twice.
He slams his pauldron in response to your salute, and then he departs. So yeah, no. Alephion, are they going to be part of the new boarding? That was their role on the Wide Eyes. They were the boarding crew for the Wide Eyes. Are they going to be given a stance, or are you going to put them out somewhere else in the coterie?
No, for at least it's like the remainder of this. Technically, you made things right, but also you're not supposed to be. You saw things that you haven't seen, so until at least you decide that you're not going to use this as a bar story, you're going to be put on the edge. That's like on the edge for web traffic. Web trafficking, but transporters. So you're just hauling stuff right now.
You've given him his dream.
Yeah, well, you're not in charge, and the name of the ship is you've been assigned to the Oberdin.
I don't. Cool. Fuck Slanesh. The Imperium's rude. I need a break. I'm going on vacation. Let's go to the Oberdin.
We have to go to Oberdin.
Yeah. Does Ori come with me? Or is it just me?
Yeah, no, Aurora's going with you. It sounded like you're both assigned to the Oberdin. But there is at least one thing you could take in mind as you load up onto the shuttle, surrounded by a bunch of bored ass howling banshees as your escort. The captain made it to Bealtan. You guys are getting paid.
Yeah.
And that is where we end.
Yes! You son of a bitch, I'm in.
Questions, comments, suggestions. What'd you guys think?
Oh, it was a lot of fun.
I had a lot of fun.
3 months worth of nonsense, but was it a satisfying conclusion to all
It's
this?
sadly come to an end. I had a lot of fun, but
it's a good way to put First Ed to bed.
I will say there's a Beefy Jerky made a comment, and it's the best one. Oof. Becoming Galactic Truckers.
I didn't even realize that there were comments going on.
One of my favorite games. That's just.
I didn't even see this. I forgot. I wasn't even looking at the journal comments because I keep forgetting when I'm not running these things.
Oh yeah. No, we're live. Yeah. So yeah, that's Elite Dangerous. But yeah, no. Aaron. Thank you so much for participating. Bringing in the greatest cameo of great cameos.
No, thank you. I'm glad I could play with you guys. And sorry, I just there. I was talking to Jason not only because I was wanting to basically crash this as a Levion at one point to say, "What the fuck are you doing?" so
I've been telling him a lot about these games while we've been lifting here at the house. So yeah, he's heard all about you guys' shenanigans.
Yep. Yes.
I apologize.
From holding the line.
I apologize for. I just thought it was funny. So okay. Just the idea to come in right now saying, "Oh shit, boss man showed up." So
I still don't know how we survived my crazy scheme from let's ring the dinner bell for Slanesh. Clearly, this will go well.
Yeah, right.
We survived a lot. We survived an insane amount.
I didn't even think you guys would have survived the first one, let alone make it 3. But Edgeless Beefy, thank you guys for hanging out with us, watching this game. Once again, want to thank everybody for your continued support as Patreons. It means the world to all of us, especially to Ross, helping keep the lights on around here. We'll be continuing, at least for now. There might be some changes to structure, but for now, we'll have another Patreon game up here in the next couple of weeks. I don't know who's running it. I don't know if it's going to be Aaron or Ross who'll be up next. Think it'll be
probably Ross.
Ross?
We'll see. I think it's usually on the structure, but we'll see. So, like I said, things will be figured out.
Well, yeah. And once again, I appreciate you guys coming in and playing these games with me. In particular, having repeat business, helps with continuity. Enjoy that you guys enjoy my games. So yeah, thank you very much, and we'll see you all down the road, space truckers. Bye.
Bye.